Alright folks, I am live. You should be able to hear me on my end. I'm just going to join Rathe's call in just a second here. But welcome. We're on part 6 of Pokemon Sweet, the co-op Nuzlocke challenge that we're doing with Rathe v. Mori. We're both live at the same time, and we are both... we've got a full team of 6. We have a couple backup Pokemon, but we're both basically our Pokemon are linked, so if something happens to one of mine, then it happens to one of Rathe's and vice versa. So we've got to be extra careful when we're doing the Nuzlocke challenge this way. Everything should be working okay. And I want to say thanks to everyone for hanging out. Thanks to Rat707 for the recent follow. Thanks to Italian Grandma, Lord Loki Asgard, and Moosebones for the recent raids. Really appreciate it. It's just going to take a second here. Okay, just a sec. Hey. Can you hear me? Oh, good old Discord. Just a sec, folks. Yo. Can you hear me?
Oh. Hello?
Okay, I think I can hear you now. Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
If you're with us,
I'm here.
say something, Moon.
I'm 100,000% here. Can you hear me?
Okay. I don't hear you, but I see your circle lighting up.
It doesn't make sense that you shouldn't hear me. I didn't do anything to change my settings.
My Twitch was not a fan of me going to another app. Oh, really? Did it just short out? Here, let me. I'm gonna drop out of the call and come back in. Let me see if that.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah.
Can you hear me at all?
Matt's circle's lighting up. Everybody.
I'm live on my end too, and I can 100,000% hear you, so I don't know. Not sure what's up. We'll try again. It's annoying. Hey Farmer, just trying to figure out some technical difficulty stuff at the moment with Discord. I don't know why it's not registering.
Did Discord change your stuff again?
Nope.
Is that what ended up happening?
No. Can you hear me though?
Sorry, folks. Just technical difficulties.
No, you can't hear me.
Exactly. That's what I was. Oh,
No,
there
it
he
didn't.
is.
It didn't.
I heard you.
There we go. It just was a delay,
Okay.
I guess. There we go. Okay.
Sweet. All right, we're doing stuff. Yeah, Moon, blink twice if you can hear me.
Yeah, exactly. Except there's no camera on at the moment.
Exactly.
Okay. Here we go. It should be good if you don't touch anything. Nobody sneeze. Nobody breathe.
Yeah, nobody breathe too hard on the equipment. It might just short circuit.
Okay, we have a team. You can see our team.
Yes.
We've got Cherry Chocolate Bulbasaur, Raspberry Chocolate, Cricketune, Vanilla Cupcat, which is basically our Persian. We both have Popsicles, Orange Vanilla, Creamsicle, basically Creamsicle Pikachus. Q-Pop, really awesome Pokemon. And then I just picked up Banana our first banana type, and you have a banana chocolate type Bananadrill.
Yeah, the banana bee.
What's up, Parahax? Welcome to the stream.
It horrifies me. It's
Hope you're doing
frightening.
well. We gotta do some training.
Yes, we do.
And you think we
Are
should
we doing it here? Or?
Do you think we should do it in Banana Road?
Ooh, I'm not sure because of the level. Like, they are bananas. Oh,
Okay,
they're all bananas there, right?
Let's just stick around to what we know then.
But what is banana good against?
Well, we gotta pull that up. I got the type chart right
totally
here. And also,
forgot.
I suggest everyone who's watching to pull up the type chart for Pokemon Sweet, because it's not just a one-for-one swap. There's banana, orange, lemon, lime, strawberry, a whole bunch of different ones, and it's a completely unique relationship that they all have with each other. Banana is good against lemon and lime. And apple and orange can destroy banana, and lemon can destroy banana. So that's interesting. Banana is good against lemon, and lemon's good against banana. So the two yellow ones are actually effective against each other.
Okay, so what you're saying is that on Orange Road would be really bad to train.
Yeah, but I would say that if you do switch training, you can be okay. Chocolate's not bad. If you have a chocolate type move, you're pretty okay.
Well, I don't have a chocolate type move yet. Oh, this would have been badass. I'm disappointed. Thank you for the lurk, Sia. Much appreciated. Hopefully, crocheting the shawl goes well, and enjoy your show. Do you see this, Moon?
No, I can only see mine. I can only see my screen. I can't see yours.
Okay. Well, guess what? It's a Maw-Nana. It's a Mawile.
Oh, cool.
But its head thing is a banana.
Damn.
It's super awesome. It's not what I have, so that's what we call disappointment, everybody.
My apologies on the cough there. I just have really, really bad allergies. And we also have a cat here. A lot of cat hair.
There's a lot of cat. So much cat.
Oh, what do I choose? I guess I'm just gonna do switch training. It's the only way to do it.
I don't want to know what the Beedrill looks like. I'm frightened by what will happen.
That was a bad call.
What was a bad call?
Oh, I just sent out a grape Pokemon to take on a orange Pokemon, and I just realized orange is strong against grape. Yeah, we gotta look at this type chart.
Yeah. but I feel like your Q-Pop's pretty strong now, right?
Yeah, but no. We'll still die from a level 12 Popsicle if it uses Orange Shock on us or something. I'm level 18, but if it's double effective,
that's fair.
There's a chance that we're gonna die either way. Yeah, lemon and banana are disgusting together. Parahack says that's why they are effective against each other.
That makes sense.
Grandmaster Farmer says I like anything with lemon. And Parahack
but
says,
do you like lemon and banana?
I would imagine it's pretty gross. Can't think of any time I've ever had that combo. Probably a reason for that. What about if you made lemonade out of bananas? Or instead of ice cubes, you just used frozen banana chunks and you put that in your...
Honestly, how do you even describe like non-artificial banana? It's a very like, I don't want to say that the flavor is like muted or whatnot, but it's not. Like initially, it's not strong, but like lemon is like it's acidic and it's super potent. Like I assume it just is like eating a lemon, but with the texture of a banana. And I just don't know if those two things go together.
That'd be weird. What about the other way around? Eating a banana with the texture of a lemon?
I guess it would just be like a very long lemon.
Long lemon, which is really weird.
Just long lemon.
It's very strange. Lemon is very sharp, banana is very dull. Yeah, maybe that's probably their
exactly.
reasoning for it.
It has to be texture, right? Like, you know what? I'm gonna send this idea to Elliot, and we'll have lemon and banana during our cooking stream.
There you go.
We'll just get the two, and we'll taste them together
That'd
and
be
see
so
if it's
weird.
that bad.
It won't be that bad.
We're gonna do it.
You'll probably discover something cool.
I mean, it could be way worse. Could be way, way worse.
Ah, okay. It's cherry, strawberry, and apple that are strong against orange. Yeah, I'm doing this wrong.
Yeah, the chart confuses me.
But it's like super necessary.
Oh yeah. It's.
Especially
I mean,
because
until
we're
we
doing
get our
the Nuzlocke.
bearings, but
Only because we're doing the Nuzlocke. It's not as necessary.
if you're just doing it regularly, yeah.
I taught Mercury, our cupcat, roar, because I just thought I had the TM for roar, and I just thought it would be a good.
Does that make the Pokemon flee?
Yeah, or it makes the Pokemon swap
Okay.
out. So if we were in a battle and we're having trouble with something,
I see.
it's kind of like Whirlwind if you're in a battle.
I swear people lose shit in this road, but I didn't find anything.
Parahax is gonna get a banana split and a lemon haze vape, and then mix the juices.
Oh god.
Nice.
Is it even that powerful? The lemon?
It usually has like for those vape things, they usually have like a little bit of a aftertaste of lemon.
Yeah.
I've had one that was like a weed vape pen, and it was like super lemon haze, and at the very end of it, you taste a little bit of lemon. But that's just because most marijuana has like terpenes. The smell that you get from it, they're like individual terpenes, which we associate with its flavor, because obviously like all living things with noses and mouths, like smell and taste are kind of combined.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That
Like,
makes
like smell is like a huge part of taste. So you get like a little
it makes
taste
me
of
sad
lemon.
in a weird way. It's actually very sad. Like, just the thought that the two things, like, because think about it. Most of the time, you have total control over what hits your tongue, right?
Yeah.
But not what goes, like, hits your nose, right? Like, everything in the world is very invasive, but it's attached to your sense of taste, right?
We almost
so just
lost
think about
Bambi,
that.
by the way.
Like,
We almost lost Bambi because
What's
I
that?
got distracted. But Loose Dye
shit.
and Cinnamoroll, they both got 42 experience points. But literally, we hung on by the skin of our teeth.
Hung on by
Okay.
the skin of its teeth.
Fine. Have it your way. I'm trying not to get distracted, but it's hard when conversations are so riveting.
I'm gonna do a shout out
Trying
to
to figure-
Parahax as well, and a shout out to Rathe. He's just going real
Shout
slow
out.
for some reason. As
Everything
long as the
is.
stream's going fine, I don't mind if the chat moves slow for me.
Gonna shout out Mama Sia as well.
Parahax, someone dropped into the
Valley.
chat, and it was funny. They actually, I was playing like spooky games. It was like a couple of days ago. Someone dropped into the chat the other day, and Parahax. I don't know if anyone that doesn't know Parahax, basically he's made his second Super Mario World ROM hack. He made a ROM hack called Curse of King Boo a couple years ago, and then just recently released Voyager, which is a really, really cool Super Mario World ROM hack. It's got a custom story, really interesting levels. And then he's working on a Halloween hack right now to be released in 11 days. But Parahacks released Voyager just recently, and someone dropped into the chat and was like, yo, I saw some YouTube video of someone was playing, a YouTuber was playing this Super Mario World ROM hack, and the end credits said, thanks to 3up_moon. And they were like, are you that 3up_moon? And I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, was the hack made by Parahacks? Like, that's probably the only person who would throw me into like a special thanks for the hack. And then they were like, let me do some research, and then they like 15 minutes later they were like, it's called Voyager, and I was like, oh my god, that was awesome. It was just
that's awesome.
It's a cool game. But yeah, somebody actually watched a YouTuber play your hack, and then also, and my face is in the game, eh? Did you put my face in the game? This face?
And no problem, Sia. Definitely deserve the shout out. Stardew Valley is awesome. Like that's pretty cool. But it's so interesting that you found out that way, you know.
Well,
like
I was like,
somebody just comes in.
That's
and
got to be
like,
Parahacks, and I thought it was really cool.
I see the name.
I thought it was really cool that there's people playing your hack already. Like that, there's a bunch of YouTubers posting that stuff up, which is really cool.
Well, that's a really big. That's like a huge genre in like the whole ROM hack deal, right? Like anything having to do with Mario. Well, I'm not savvy about
Super
it,
Mario,
but I swear that's
Super Mario World is just a very heavily hacked game. But the utilities for it, I mean, there's 20. It's been around for 20 years, right? Like, if you think about it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like there's a huge community that, like, you know, has been making stuff, and you know, like. Plus, it's one of those games where like you can have like full control to do all that crazy like Kaizo stuff, right?
I'm gonna hope that everything's fine here. The stream's looking okay. But
that's good. That's good to hear.
Yep. Okay.
How are you enjoying it, Sia?
Yep,
oh
okay,
shit.
good,
okay.
Good.
I got ghost vibrations, everybody.
It worked itself out. I'm not gonna be able to put my camera on at the moment, folks, but that's fine.
That's all right. Just you need to get you just need to get a picture of your face.
Perhaps.
Get a pixelized picture of your face.
Perhaps you're saying lots of people were playing it when you released it. You got it out there before you released it as well. Nice. And Dirk played it like every week when you were building it. Yeah, that was cool. Dirk's a really cool Kaizo and Super Mario World like hack streamer. It's all he streams, and so it was really cool to see him go through it like as you're building levels. Also, like, to go hang at Parahax's channel, it's really cool because there's some interactivity, and it's cool to see. If you're curious about how ROM hacks work or Super Mario World ROM hacks work, it's a really cool process to see. You know, if you're a fan of Mario Maker and all that jazz. That was a crazy...
I like it. I don't really enjoy the daytime restraint, but it's what... Yeah, I mean, with those games, like... Yeah, you know, honestly, the only reason I get it, right? Because we're talking about Stardew Valley having, like, a time restraint, right?
Oh, yeah,
The only reason I get
love
it... I agree why it can be annoying, but the only reason is because if they would stop you from doing certain things at certain times, I would be totally okay with, like, you know, being able to run around and do whatever. But I could see you, like, if you, like, not early on, but later in the game, if you have, like, a good amount of resources, just infinitely being in the mines or infinitely doing, like, fishing, you know?
Yeah.
Which, again, I mean, is it really worth it to sit there and do that forever anyways? But I don't know. I totally get why it would be a problem.
I love it though.
I think it's a little short.
I love it. I think that
why do you love it, Moon?
It could be a little bit.
I want to know.
It could be a little bit like longer. Like it could be.
Yeah.
Like that would improve a little bit. Is like if maybe the day like lasted just a touch longer. But I love the fact that like on
Yeah.
Wednesday you can't go to the shop, and on certain days things are closed, and certain events only happen at certain times.
I like
and
the idea of
I also
that,
love
yeah.
the fact that like you're limited that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're as the player you're limited, and I think that like the most creative things come out of limitations. So it's kind of like the game taking advantage of that. It's like, oh well, I have to, I want to improve my farm and I want to make all these improvements to it, but I can only do so much each day, and it just gives you that more realistic vibe to the game. You know what I mean? Because in reality, you only have so many spoons, and you can only do so many things in real life.
That is very true, Moon, but I know for a fact that the human body is able to stay up for 48 hours. I've tested this multiple times in my life.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like what's the time where you pass out? Yeah, 2 a.m.
It's 2 a.m. Time for a random market employee to find you and pay you money for dragging your ass back to the house. Dude, why don't you like not stay up till 2 a.m.? That's when the monsters come out. Like, you need a better reason other than passing out. But like, that's totally such a mundane criticism. But I totally get why like it would be a problem. And as Sia says here, I mean, yeah. Plus, if I want to do that, then I can always just play Animal Crossing, which allows you to go as long as you want.
And yeah,
go days on end.
Bearhacks just posted the clip. I don't know if you saw it. Just come check it out. It's a clip of my face actually is in the game. Like it's not just that Bearhacks wasn't joking. When you get, there's a secret 3-up moon in Voyager, and when you get it, there's a yellow pipe, and it takes you to a room with my Twitch handle and my face.
Secret.
It's a secret 3-up room.
I like that. It's a secret 3-up moon. Do you still get? Here's the question, Bearhacks. Do you still get a 3-up for finding that?
You get 3 lives.
Is there like one in the room?
It does say 3-up. Like when you pick it up.
Nice,
However, I don't think Voyager has lives, so it's not.
Oh yeah, why would? Yeah, why would? I guess why would it?
Right? Because just the style of game it is. It's just it's all about just getting better, and you'll constantly die.
I absolutely adore the events in Stardew. I don't know how. I know
it's a great series.
Moon, you've played it a bit.
Yeah, Stardew I really love. Actually, funny enough, I haven't tested it yet. But I just finally got everything in the mail. I have a Switch capture card. I have my Switch all set up. I have a monitor finally because I wasn't able to get my what do you call it? My the video on my Switch to like work on my computer. If that makes sense. Like, it was like slowing down with OBS, but Cyphers, a friend of the channel, was helping me.
No sleep.
Figure that out. So I've got all that set up, and actually want to start doing Sunday morning streams where I start at Stardew Valley Farm. We'll be starting one and just make it like every Sunday we just like pop by the farm and hang out there for the
Do you
But I finally have all the logistics ready to get that going. I can even use my 8-bit do my Super Nintendo controllers on my Switch. So we can play.
So you have Stardew Valley for the Switch then?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I was gonna be like, hey, we could start a farm.
But you can't cross-platform multiplayer, which kind of sucks.
That does suck. I should probably do some Stardew.
Yeah, Stardew's fun.
Used to do Stardew with Elliot.
It's a fun game, and I know there's lots of cool mods you can do too that people mess with. So like, there's probably a mod out there that messes with the time of day, or maybe like stretches it out a little bit.
Oh yeah. Like there's definitely mods that do that. There's like mods that make like a lot of the quality of life stuff improve it. Like certain things like a universal chest.
Yeah.
Like one that you like hold with you that you can just like grab stuff, which kind of in a weird way breaks the system, but there are mods where you can do stuff where inventory access is a little bit better than running all the way back.
I like the mods that add more crops and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and like better sprinklers, even things that like don't necessarily break it, but they get rid of some of the heavy farming aspects where it's like you might waste half your stamina and half of your day farming. But in the old Harvest Moon games, you also collapsed at like 2. Yeah, I know, and I just never believed it. I'm on team no sleep as well. Also, Moon, what capture card do you have?
What does it look like?
Is it an Elgato of some sort?
No. I picked it up a long time ago, before I started this stream, and that was 9 months ago, 10 months ago. It's a basic color AV, no latency USB 3.0 capture card.
Interesting.
It was like 100 and
Never
something
heard of
bucks,
it.
like 120 bucks. And I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit lackluster, but it will do the job with what I have. I have like an HDMI like switch splitter thing. I basically like talked it through with a friend to figure out what they were using. But hopefully I can get that going, and then also we can play some Super Mario Sunshine too down the line.
Oh, Super Mario Sunshine! I absolutely adore that game.
Into that again in a long time.
Absolutely adore it.
Parahash saying you don't even lose lives in Voyager, so it's all good. The moon's just there for theming.
That's good. That's good. No, that's perfectly fine.
It'd be funny if it took away. I think we need a 3-down moon in a game somewhere where it takes away 3 lives, and you're like, oh, damn it.
Thank you so much for being here, Sia. Much appreciated. Hopefully you have a wonderful day.
Whoa, the
Hopefully
Sia
your
has
projects
been
go
hanging
well.
out. The musician Sia? That's crazy.
Mama Sia. So it's Sia's mama.
Oh, okay.
No.
Even cooler.
That would be very interesting, wouldn't it? Sia's mom hangs out with me.
Big fan of bugs.
big fan of knowledge.
Of bug knowledge, specifically. Bug and language knowledge.
Of YA novels.
And they also love
that's
Nuzlocke.
awesome.
They
Hopefully
love
you have a good one.
Nuzlocke challenges.
Yeah, Nuzlocks. That would be really entertaining. What's your claim to fame? Oh, you know, Sia's mom watches my stream. Like that would be so interesting.
We gotta train, but not. Ooh, I don't like this.
So many min
is level
trips.
13. That's an unlucky sign.
I'm gonna lose die. Damn you, Itarama!
Cool. You know what? A lot of Itarama's Pokemon held out for a while. Like the ones that he named, but not this one.
But not this one.
I thought we could do it.
A lot of cool
that
names.
That was a bad
like,
call. No, he's dead. He's dead. We lost our banana.
What?
We lost our banana. That's why I said, but not this one. I thought we could do it. We were level 13 and we fought a level 10, but we got orange shocked and we got a crit, so it killed us. I was being a little bit careless. So there go our banana types.
It's okay. I didn't have a strong attachment to Banana Drill.
That was dumb, though.
I mean, we don't have a banana now, but I don't have a chocolate now. Well, no, I've got orange chocolate. Oh wait, who are we replacing it with then?
I guess. Well, let's take a look. I mean, I've got a Keratorb, which is an apple type, like a candy apple or caramel apple Voltorb, and you have Gumble, which I think we determined was what, cherry type?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a cherry type. Okay, time to go to Meltland. Alright, I thought you wanted to switch to Scherzel for some reason.
Do I have Scherzel?
Flangoose has better type coverage.
I don't have Scherzel.
And of course we have our Cutby. I am down for any of these.
I'm cool with Cupfy. Let me just take a look and see. I don't mind adding Keratorb because it's an apple type, which I don't have. And Gumble, you said, sorry, was raspberry or cherry? I always forget.
Gumble's cherry. I don't think I have a cherry type on the team, so we can bring Gumble and Keratorb back.
Well, let me drop off our deceased. I guess you gotta dig that Pokegrave.
I did. We're at 93.
Whoa.
We're almost getting to triple digits here.
When you get to 100 Pokegraves, what are you gonna do? Just cry. Just
dig
cry.
another 100.
dig another 100.
Dig another 100. Like, I don't have a cherry type, I don't think, so this would work for me.
Sorry.
If you don't have a designated apple type.
Lose die goes to the compost, and Idarama, thank you again for redeeming that name. We have a couple names in the list, by the way. We do have to go, or we don't have to go back, but we can go back and rename Cupfee to Dayon Branch. That's the name that I've decided it's going to be the name of it, and that was actually through a redeem. And we have 2 more in the list here, Gumble, Stiltskin, and Mixalot.
Gumble Stiltskin.
Yeah, both of us have redeems for names, so if you want to come up with a name for a Pokemon, even before like Rathe runs into it, or before I run into it, you can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have some options, that's right, that is right, okay.
Yes.
Flangoose, we both have Flangoose, right? They're both connected?
Yes.
That's orange chocolate,
but
I don't really need that on the team.
Well, I'm thinking because you don't have an apple type on your team, do you?
I thought I wrote all these down. I don't have an apple type. No. So that would make sense.
I don't have a cherry type, so
let's take Gumble
and Karatorb out. Dreamer in the house.
Who is Dayon Branch? Oh, sorry, never mind. We used Dayon Branch. Dayon. We used it already. Okay.
I know it's late because the sound effect thing, but
who the heck is Scherzel connected to here?
Orange Vanilla.
Like, do you also have a Scherzel?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought you said Scherzel would be good because of the moveset.
I totally forgot that we had Scherzel. I have a list of our soul links. I just didn't even write these 2 down. But it looks like, yeah, in the last part, we both got Flangooses, which are soul linked to each other, and then we both got Scherzel. So we have a couple, like, double ups with Cupfee, our Cupcat, yes. our Q-Pops. They're all, like, linked to each other.
I'm gonna vote Gumble.
Yeah, I think so too, out of those. What's your moveset?
It's got there's Bubble in there. I know there's Bubble in there, so that's Apple.
It's only 20 damage, but that's still good. And you'll eventually get Gum Bubbler, which is,
also Gumble has Sturdy. So that actually might save us sometime. I've got Pound, Bubble, Soften, and Disable.
Yes, and Soften is basically just Harden in this.
Yeah, it's just Harden.
Okay, so Karator,
look at the
scoot to the team.
Go to that TM case.
Apple type, Impish Nature, Meta and Orange Hills. It's got Soundproof. And we've got Tackle, Screech, and Charge. Charge boosts Orange type moves.
Screech! Man, I don't have anything that can learn Lime moves.
Bullet? Is that the one? The Bullet Seed equivalent?
Yeah, Bullet Mint.
Bullet Mint.
Yeah.
The only person who can learn it on my team was my starter, Cinnamoroll. Which is kind of, like, dumb to do that because we've got way better moveset. In fact, my starter probably has my best moveset out of any Pokemon.
He was a cocoon.
And then
Working the Lurking Dreamer. Okay, another bug fact. Let me think of one.
Nothing there. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the Working Lurk.
Yes, much appreciated. I had to stretch. I forgot.
You stretched the bug fact right out of you. You had it, but as soon as you stretched, it was gone. You like flung it like a rubber band.
Yeah, exactly. Right around it, and it's been pinched off, and I gotta rethink now. No, I learned quite a few things because I had recently been listening to an entomologist talk about entomology, like themes and like insects in film, you know, like and how they're portrayed.
Oh yeah.
And I knew most of the stuff he knew. Like I was very.
A kid turns into like a bug. That's like one of the deaths. Like Freddy Krueger turns a kid into a bug slowly. It's like super messed up.
Oh, some some Kafka shit.
Yeah, exactly. They turn into a
Oh.
beetle, and it's like the arms first, then the legs. It's exactly like the Metamorphosis, like visually. But it's like
Yeah,
black
yeah.
and slimy and like weird and close-up shots, kind of like how Alien was portrayed in the original Alien movie.
Oh, that was one of the things that was brought up, and I knew this like on principle, but I didn't know it in the sense of like I didn't you know like when you imagine that it's not, there's no way that could be a real thing, but
Yeah.
you're not sure, like you intuitively know it, and then I found out factually it's true. But like the Alien movie was actually brought up in that video because there's a difference between parasites and what are they called? Paratoids?
Parahacks?
Parasitoids, which are basically like they're the major difference is a parasite, of course, wants to keep its host alive as long as possible, right? Like head lice and all that. Like head lice do not want you dead, because the longer that they can live on you, the longer like their generations go on, right? Exactly. But a parasitoid is like one that doesn't care that the host dies. So a lot of like wasps, parasitic wasps for the most part are parasitoids. Like they lay eggs and the whole purpose is to completely kill that host, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that was brought up is that there are no creatures on Earth, no bugs especially, that treat humans like a parasitoid would. So there's nothing out there that ends up getting into our system that wants us dead, like in terms of insects. Like we have plenty of parasites. I mean, we have things like botflies, right? Which is, those are very gnarly, right? We have botflies and all that, but they're technically parasites, right? So it's very interesting, but also like relieving to know that there's nothing like that out there.
Until like the alien
wants us to
parasite
die.
symbiote lands on our planet somewhere.
Actually,
some mountain in
yeah,
Tibet. And then some
we
explorer
die.
picks it up, puts it in his pocket. He's fine with it. It's totally cool. Gets past customs into the UK, and then some businessman picks it up at an airport and brings it over to Tokyo. And within 18 hours, it's all over the world.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh wait,
Yeah, well, none of that stuff, yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
But it's like Muddy Buddy's saying, yeah, the tapeworm loves us. The tapeworm has no want to actually have us dead.
It just
Because
we
that
give
just
it
means the tapeworm, like, yeah, like, why would you kill the thing that, like, isn't harming you and consistently gives you food, right? Which is weird, because, like, tapeworms have been used in a lot of manners that are very unsavory. Like, for dieting purposes and stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant like they've been used
Not
as
a fan.
desserts, like very unsavory foods.
Very unsavory dessert, you know, tapeworm.
Once something
Because
is sweet,
you eat it and then you think you pass it, but you never do. It's always there with you.
That's so gross.
It's the dessert that keeps on giving
Oh, gross. So gross. And taking.
and taking. It gives and takes, you know, a little bit of give and take. You know, the reason you don't like the tapeworm is because you're selfish. No,
I prefer to use the glue worm.
I prefer glue.
It's a little more stable.
Apparently, if I recall, it can, but usually, Muddy Buddy, and I'm sure you know this, that the tapeworm, basically pieces of it, like older pieces of it, break off and are expelled through the anus.
Gross. A
The
thing everyone
anus.
has. That's so gross.
Yes, it's that thing. Good thing we don't have a cloaca, everybody. That would be
God.
frightening. Talk about scents and taste being combined. That'd be horrifying.
You know what? I'm getting pissed off now that my Cupcat, who has pickup, not one rare
Yeah.
candy since the beginning of the game. You've been getting so many rare
Mine's not
candies.
even picking anything up
All
anymore.
it's doing is picking up orange berries and asper berries for some reason. It's being a real asper. It's a goddamn pair of asses. An asper.
Exactly, farmer. An asper. Another asper berry. What? Wait, it can't be an ass, a pear, and a berry at the same time.
It can't.
It needs to figure its shit out.
It can't. Imagine a berry like
Literally.
a blackberry, and each of the little bumps is actually an ass. An individual ass. And then also is green, like a pear.
This is just a shit ton of like alien stuff. Like, you could probably go. There's probably something like that in the universe. Let's not write that off as a possibility.
That would be a funny book, art book. It's just like you just draw a bunch of like conceived alien fruit, like whatever alien fruit veggies you think exist. Like if you're a painter, even like actually my partner does watercolor work. Like even a watercolor book of like alien fruits would be kind of interesting, just to see.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like everyone's interpretation of what like alien food or an alien crop would be completely different. Like we're all pulling from so many different influences, like individually.
You know what's really weird about that though, and I'm not sure if this is 100% right, but I can imagine this based on intuition being a fact, that all of the alien things that we would imagine to be, right, like that we would paint or create, would actually be a combination of course, colors, shapes, ideas, and things that we've already encountered in our life.
Yeah, totally.
And we wouldn't actually be able to get outside of that norm.
Yeah.
So when we do encounter one and it's nothing like anything we've ever thought of, it's probably going to be really jarring, right?
Yeah, totally. It ends up it's like a ghost jellyfish. Like imagine like a floating ghostly dress, and we're like, that's not a fruit. And then the alien's like, no, that's a fruit. There's seeds and stuff. That's a fruit. No, it looks like a ghost jellyfish to me. It's like, no, it's a fruit. That's our main crop.
Yeah, it's just a fruit. Yeah, exactly. Why don't you switch training with your lower high levels to have a more even team? Because I have a team that's like on par and better than the previous gym. So like right now I'm just like I really the rest of the team I just don't even.
I should be switch training with my
anymore.
like level 18s. I should be switching my level 18s with my level 12, not my level 27s. But because we're running into
that makes sense
types,
in your case, yeah.
Because I'm running into orange types though, like it's all Popsichus and Scherzels. I'm not going to send out my Q-Pop because they can get bodied.
No, that makes sense. Although Headbutt is gonna wreck everything.
Yeah, I don't trust Q-Pop being like, even though our Q-Pops have Lollipop, which is essentially like the thick club item and doubles our attack, and where we can get like that grape like stab.
Yeah.
I still don't trust like the orange types not being faster than us.
Yeah, they should. I mean, shouldn't they technically be really fast?
They should
if they follow.
But then you've got Scherzel, and I don't know what Scherzel's speed is, or what Weasel's speed is. I think actually Weasel and Floatzel are quite fast, normally.
It's hard and muddy. It's just hard. Yeah, Oh, yeah.
But they haven't changed the stats of Pokemon in this. That's one thing to remember. They've changed the typings, effectiveness, all that stuff, and also the design, but they haven't changed the stats. That's all vanilla, so you know that Persian's always going to be super fast, and Dodrio will always be super fast.
Always. Finally,
level 13.
a level.
Exactly.
It took forever to get that level.
We were going to grind. I realized that last time we said we were going to grind off screen. We didn't even end up doing it.
We didn't. We never ended up. We're here.
Yeah.
You're watching it live, folks. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. But you know what? If people are enjoying it, we're enjoying it.
Exactly.
I don't mind the grind. I've said this many times before playing like Final Fantasy games and Dragon Quest games and stuff as a kid. I used to hate it. I used to love the games. Like I love the character designs and the story and stuff, but I used to hate the grind. Like absolutely.
Oh, the grind, yeah.
But now
I learned to love the numbers.
There's something I just absolutely love about the grind now. Like if I have to go like before a boss and like gain like 6 levels on every character, I'm like, yes, It's funny. It's like the complete opposite.
Yes, I have to sit here and do this for hours.
Well, I don't know. There's just something. There's a lot of aspects of RPGs. I think it's the intricacies of like the battle systems and stuff that I took for granted when I played them initially. When I played them initially, it was like cool music, awesome characters. Like,
Yeah.
Like this is fun to play, but I wasn't really thinking about the intricacies of it. And just now, I don't know. Like I have ideas of indie games floating around in my head.
Yeah.
You know, you look at it, you're like, damn, like you just have more respect. It's kind of the same thing, like coming back to some of these soundtracks of retro games I've been playing. I just have more respect for the sound designers because, like, holy shit, the limitations they had to work within. And then think about the programmers too, like to be able to have such a refined battle system. Like I think Pokemon has one of the most balanced battle systems in any RPG, which is what lends itself to its like lasting power. Just because it's like they've made changes with each game, but they've generally, I would say, it was for the better. Like it was all to improve.
Oh yeah. Like there's been a lot of talks I've heard in other streams about. It probably did. There's been a lot of talk about how like apparently the game hasn't changed and the system hasn't changed, but I think that's just I think people focus too much on the fact that like you still have a team of 6 and that you still do the levels and they still have 4 moves, and they don't focus on the idea that like typing and moves have changed and the amount of moves have changed.
It's
and then also
complex.
like doubles were introduced, and you know there was moves that were introduced that fucked up your whole switching, you know.
I appreciate that this game has a lot of double battles and throws all the double battles at you, mainly because like the original games kind of did away with them after Gen 3, so it's nice to see they didn't throw too many of them.
Oh yeah.
So it's nice to see like a fan being like, yeah, yo, let's use this. Let's actually use it, because like in Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think is there like just a handful of double battles?
I believe so.
But not many. Like maybe 2 or 3, if that.
I don't remember there being very many at all.
In Emerald, we've got lots. You've got that.
I have to think on
the
that.
gym leader that is a double battle. The twins. We just never got there. That would have been like 2. If we got to the.
That would have been. Was that like the next gym?
Oh, that would have been the next gym. That would have been the next gym.
That was the next gym,
That's
wasn't
so...
it?
Oh man.
It's going well in Syndicate. How you doing? Bring on the 6v6 battles. Like so much shit to think about.
That'd be cool. 3v3 battles in Pokemon Black and Pokemon Black White were pretty crazy. They were like the rotating ones. That became almost too complex. Where like you would attack and then your Pokemon would rotate, like it was almost like musical chairs, which is kind of weird.
Musical chairs. Let's see. All them rare candies could have made you a god tier Pokesweet. Don't worry.
Well,
Maybe we'll pick up some more rare candies.
We
And
might
I'm
be
hoping
able to.
that I'm hoping that you do, because like I said, at one point I had 7 of them. So was it really my training technique or was it my luck? You know, like,
I don't know. I think it was luck.
yeah, I think it was totally luck.
I'm the one getting just the bad end of that, where it's just Aspear berries and Oran berries, and I don't mind an Oran berry, but
Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll be like to make this ultimate Pokesweet, you need so many Asper berries.
yeah, exactly. We need all the Aspairs to make Regipair.
All the Asper.
Reggie Aspear.
Regipair. A pair of Regi-Aspairs.
I mean, they really did miss the opportunity to make Chikorita a poached pear. Like
Yes.
a sweet poached pear, but
Aspears.
I mean, instead it's Licorita, which is also cool. It's a licorice Chikorita. And we both had the opportunity to have one in our first and second attempts at this. Before the runs.
That's true. I had one, and
so
then
did
you
I.
had one, and those runs did not go nearly as well as this one.
I'm curious to see what all the Pokemon designs are in this. I still haven't
It's just
delved into it
true.
yet.
Oh, I think I figured out a way to fix that. the timing between commands for sound commands. I think I figured out. Oh yeah, check this out. Check this out. Okay. Now do commands again. Just whatever one.
Wonderful. Wonderfuck. Wonderfuck.
Here. I'll just do the ones that I do at Moons over here with my own voice.
Oh yeah, the thwomp, exactly. That's what I did too, because I'm not there, so I can't. That's the one I always drop. That's funny. The thwomp. Okay, here, hold on. Let me drop the sound in there. Oh, it makes sense. Cool. That's probably a little bit better.
Chock-a-wool. I'm about to.
Hopefully, my game audio isn't overtaking our voices at any time.
Is the music in this area Koopa Beach from Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
There's
sick.
There's a bunch of Mario Kart music that's been used, but unfortunately, I think they did such a terrible job with the instrumentation. Like, there's way better versions of it. It's not even just using the sound font. Like, there's something off about some of the notes. Like, it almost feels like detuned. And our Team Sour, which is our Team Rocket equivalent, like the like executive fights, they're terrible. The music is just awful. It's like it sounds like a melting like French police siren from the 60s.
A melting French police siren from the 60s.
That's the only way I can
describe. That's the best description ever.
It's so bad. You're like, why? This battle could last forever. Like, this battle could last like 15 minutes. It's like, why do I have to listen to this? Battle music is important, folks.
Oh, not sprinkles. Hit me with the sprinkles. Oh, that's what I should have been using. Oh, Chock-a-wools, you have no hope. I'm gonna miss this attack.
Sprinkles
Watch
is
this.
pocket sand. It's basically sand attack.
Oh. Pocket sand. All right. T2 is gonna be destroying everything now.
That's your Gumball?
Yeah, my Terminator 2 diabetes.
Come with me if you want your insulin. I'll be back.
With me if you want your. I can't. I can't do it. I wish I had a. I'd have to work on it. I have to get a deeper voice going on there for that. Come with me if you. don't even try. Like. Sometimes it comes out really well.
If you want to live, I'll be back. Wait right here.
Suddenly we're not even Goofy. We're just Banjo.
Give me your clothes.
Oh, yeah.
At the beginning of Terminator, where he's naked and he just demands the clothes. Give me your clothes. Hasta la vista, Kazooie.
I'm trying to think of some other things.
Banjo and Hank Hill and Goofy are like just a few degrees away from each other. Like,
They are.
they're very, very close.
I just used the wrong move. I was thinking, who's that one? Is it something Riley? The guy who always works with Will Ferrell.
Oh, John C. Reilly is fantastic.
Yeah, he has a. Oh no. Okay, never mind. That's not doing that much. But
Wreck-It Ralph. He was the voice of Wreck-It Ralph.
That reminds me of that for some reason.
Mm-hmm. But he also he's like one of a kind. There's Hard 8. Have you ever seen the movie Hard 8?
I have not.
It is a fantastic movie. If you're a fan of Jackie Brown or Pulp Fiction or
yeah, I'm down already.
But also like it's darker, it's more serious. It's a true story about a guy who is kind of like living on the streets, and he bumps into an older man, and they form a friendship that kind of is like a father-son relationship, but it gets pretty crazy. Samuel L. Jackson's in it as well. And John C. Reilly is the main character, and he's fantastic.
Oh, really?
He's really young.
That's so interesting.
He's incredible. I mean, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy. He plays a serious role in that. He's not really being comedic. He's in Gangs of New York. He's fantastic in that. He's really, really, really good. And the fact that he does the character of Steve Brule and is in that recently Mr. Oizo music video, Mr. Oizo, Mr. Oizo. Check out the most recent music video that he was in, that Eric Wareheim from Tim and Eric directed. It's really weird. That's
interesting.
But you look at that stuff, and then you look at his actual acting chops, like his dramatic roles. He's in another one too, where he's going through. It's a drama that's really fantastic, where he's John C. Reilly is married to Jennifer Aniston, and he's in like an unhappy marriage. But it's a really interesting story, and you're like, I wouldn't normally cast those two together, and it's great. But Hard 8 blew me away. It was like, holy crap. It was. I'm gonna
have to watch these, because I of course only know him for like his like comedic roles, you know. I only know him for that, because that's like what was at the forefront with like Will Ferrell and whatnot.
The wrong kid, Dad. You don't want any of this, Dewey. Your poop face.
I can't even like picture his voice, like how to even replicate it. I know that Frank Caliendo does a really good impression of him, but it feels like it's in that goofy territory, right?
And drink it. I can't do it. He's a character in his own right. But I think it's great that like he has that much range. Like, I think, imagine if Robert De Niro was willing to get funny, like really funny.
If he was willing to, yeah.
You know, like not like War with Grandpa or Meet the Parents, where he literally just is himself. Like, he's not like playing a character, but like committing to a character that's like so comedic. I feel like Sacha Baron Cohen has the same vibe and is able to do that as well.
To do something that's like serious, but also like comedic. Yeah. Like, but it's also before I get into that, Insanikit, hopefully you feel better and you can get your podcast recorded tonight. Everybody, I'm gonna shout out Insanikit here has a wonderful has a podcast that's great.
Nice.
All the gaming podcast. I was on it recently.
Is it on Twitch as well?
Yes. Cool. Also doing a Nuzlocke, if I recall.
Cool.
But I hope that everything, you feel better so you can do that, so you can keep on schedule. And sick children are probably the reason why you're not feeling well, because like when children are around you and they're sick, it's like they proliferate everything. They ramp it up. But Sasha, like, feels like one of those, and I don't know his education and stuff in like the field of acting and like drama and all that stuff.
I think he's done theater stuff for sure.
Yes, because he's been in a lot of the musicals, right? He's been in Les Mis.
Yeah.
He's been in Sweeney Todd.
Yep. He was also he was in Hugo, which wasn't a musical, but was it was a good role for him as well, which is like a fantasy Martin Scorsese film. That was pretty cool.
I just like what he does. He does have a form of comedy that, like, for a lot. Jesus, another TM10 queen. Can you stop? But
well, think about like Ali G and like his characters before, like with Borat and stuff. Like, it's just really there to like kind of like poke fun at people. And then you have people like Tom Green, for example, and Tom Green, he did the same thing. He would kind of like push people past their limits, and try to also push comedy a little bit. He pushed it too far, and he also never showed us a serious side. Like, he just showed us that he is now 50 and feels kind of like he's still a 12-year-old, whereas like Sacha Baron Cohen was willing to show us that yes, he also is a dramatic actor, and like the fact that he did that and did it successfully makes the Ali G character that much more genius, makes the pushing the boundaries of people that much more respected in my mind as an artist. Like, it's like, oh, you're actually like, this is an art form to you. This is not like just you being a goof and somehow getting lucky. Not that Tom Green isn't funny and didn't do it, and like Eric Andre, I would argue is kind of in the same pocket as Tom Green. Nothing wrong with what he's
Oh,
doing.
yeah,
Really like that type of comedy, and it works. It's like such a perfect kind of niche for that person. But imagine if all of a sudden there was like a crazy dramatic film where Eric Andre just did like this breakout role, and it was like super serious. It's like, whoa. But a lot of
Has
people...
he been in anything that's serious?
He does a voice, and it's not super goofy in Disenchanted. He's one of the main voices, which is like that
Oh
like,
yeah, he's the demon.
fantasy.
He's the demon.
Yeah. But it's not like serious. Like I haven't seen him in anything that wasn't.
But it's not
ridiculous
like the demon every single second is flipping desks and throwing pizza balls at people.
No, it's not volatile. And like,
Bird up.
I would say that Tim Heidecker of Tim and Eric, Tim has tried it. He has tried drama. He's also in like he's in like a Purge movie as one of the neighbors. Like he plays like pretty like normal, everyday, regular person. He's not like pushing the boundaries. But I do think that there's something to be said, and a lot of people have said this before, that like to be a great comedian, you need to be able to tap into your like emotional side, like your emotions in such a different way. If you're not a great comedian, like that also typically being able to tap into that makes you really good at drama. Like it's just two sides of the same coin, the tragedy comedy thing. Like you can pull a laugh out of somebody, and you can pull a cry and tug on their heartstrings using the same techniques.
Well, that's Buddy brings up a good point. Jim Carrey's one of those people who can do that.
Totally.
It's weird to see him in the serious roles, I agree. But like, he can totally do that. And
he can successfully do it and make you forget that he was Ace Ventura talking with his ass when you're watching like Eternal Sunshine and he's running through his own dreams. You're like,
exactly.
You forget that he bent over and was like, hello, like talking with his butt.
Hello.
Which is like, that.
You forgot that
That to me is insanely, like that he birthed out of a rhino. Think about that. That he wears the Monopoly Man.
He birthed out of a rhino.
He wears the Monopoly Man as a freaking like throw scarf. Like it's ridiculous.
No, he talked. I think he talked with his ass in
Eternal Sunshine?
Ace Ventura. Did he talk with his ass as the Riddler as well?
No. I don't think so.
Did he do it in?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he bent over and said, "Riddle me this, Batman."
Riddle me. That was when he said, "Do not pass go, do not collect." He bent over, and that's what it's. No, we're just getting it all.
It's all mixed up, yeah. So funny.
Didn't in the new Sonic the Hedgehog film, didn't he bend over and he said, "like a glove," really loud?
Yeah, and when he threw the mask that kept reappearing in Dr. Eggman's spaceship, every time he threw it off of Dr. Eggman's spaceship, it would just appear under a pillow or something. In that one scene where Dr. Eggman's dog
I enjoyed
Milo
him as the Riddler as well.
tries the mask on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Remember that movie after the original like what was it? It was called like the Son of the Mask.
Yeah.
It just was not actually as good. Like
Lord Loki, welcome to the stream.
Welcome in.
Hello. Thank you so much for the raid yesterday. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it was. The mask was great.
Also, yeah, Tom Green is great too. Not to throw Tom Green under the bus. It's just a different type of.
Some people have their their thing, and they really do ride with it, and that's totally fine. Like I think of comedians like what is it, Bobcat Goldthwait or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like where his thing is like talking very, very like I guess his diction is very interesting.
What do you mean? It's like sort of like that. It's sort of like what Cookie Monster meets.
And I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
What they're talking about.
It's the Cookie Monster meets like a guy going through puberty. I used to live with a guy that was like a spoken word poet, and that was his style. He was very erratic, and he was very similar to that. But it didn't sound like Bobcat Goldthwait, but it was like the shtick he rolled with, and he hosted a show. I ended up hosting it after a while, but like a performance art show where like actors, poets, writers, all sorts of people came together It's called Stop Talking, and we'd get together, and if anyone started talking, we would just yell at the audience, stop talking, until it got silent, so that people could perform.
Oh,
but
nice.
but the house would like usually be like very loud and chattery and stuff. But the guy who conceived of that, an old roommate of mine, he was very erratic, and like that was his whole shtick. He was able to like work it. It was almost like drunken martial arts style. He would like kind of like sway, and like you wouldn't know where he was going to go next with his comedy routine. But it was really interesting to watch, like, because he still had a flow. It was just like a different, like a kind of bouncy, Jack Sparrow-y sort of flow. But
with like aggression.
But it's hard. But the thing is, that was his shtick. That was it. Like,
yeah,
there wasn't much else to it. And it's like you're saying with Bobcat Goldthwait. Like, I know he's a director and writer, and he's kind of seen a second success as a director and writer. But
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him in anything that wasn't either like super questionable brown face, like in Weird Science, or in, or like doing that character from Police Academy, like where he's just really loud.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in anything. Like, I mean, it's like the having a shtick, being like, because there's nothing wrong with being like a one-trick pony, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
you
don't need a
put into
50-year
like
career for that either. You can also be a one-trick pony.
No.
And like can be like your 10 years of fame or something, or 5 years of fame, and then that's it. Like a lot of people do that. They become like a parent, and then they're like, oh, this is like what I'm doing with my life now.
Whereas there's some individuals that like totally evolve or like fit into everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That we see them everywhere, even today.
Yeah. And they're like willing to learn. Like Elton John's a great example of that. They're willing to keep learning and growing and like try different things and collaborate with different things. And
Elton John's awesome.
Mm-hmm. But there's certain types of people that are meant to do that. Like they have that David Bowie.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing. You go
like
through
they
phases,
have that.
Or Pablo Picasso. He went through phases, like most artists go through different phases and stuff. So it's sort of. It's like, okay, I feel like a lot of people, they find fame and then they're like, oh shit, I have to hold on to it, I have to keep doing what worked that one time.
Oh yeah. See, like,
or they're pressured
I
to
know
do
like
that.
a lot of people give, like, cause you know, Eddie Murphy has like a style of, like film comedy, right? Because like, if you listen to like Raw or anything, like that is one of the best stand-up like shows I've ever seen is Raw, right?
Yeah.
But like, I think that Eddie Murphy is an example of somebody who like can do the whole thing as well. It's just that like the most popular movies have been where he plays like several different roles, you know?
Well, yeah, and like
and
think
some of
about
those
like
roles
Daddy
are fairly
Daycare
similar.
and like that, or like it's like, oh look, it's Eddie Murphy, or like Dr. Dolittle, like a kids film. He was able to break into that market and like be in kids films and stuff, which that's how you make money, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why like I really like Dwayne Johnson. I really like The Rock.
Yeah.
He covers all the bases, like, you know, and just stand-up person.
I would say John Hamm is a fantastic example of like a classic actor who can do everything. Every role he's ever done has been completely different, and he's also, I think he's hosted SNL more times than like, or as many times as Alec Baldwin, but in the last like 10 years. Or 15 years, which is crazy. And he is just like, he can play off of anyone in terms of improv. Like he is so good at, he's better than the actual cast members in my opinion, like the regular cast members of SNL when he's on there, because you can tell he's having fun, but he's willing to have fun and not just be like, I'm in serious roles only. Like he does a great job at like you can watch him act and be like, he is like a kid living out his childhood dream. Like he gets to have fun with every single role that he does. Whereas some people don't feel like they're even having fun at all, but they found the thing that works for them. And it's like very obvious they're not having fun, but you're like, well, it's like, to be honest, Bruce Willis is a great example of that. He doesn't give a shit. He's not having fun at all in anything he's in.
Never having fun.
And most of the time, I think people are feeding his character name to him in like a little Bluetooth or something. Or I don't know. Like he's just not. He doesn't seem as invested.
He's just
but it's
into
also
it.
like his shtick, and it's why he gets hired to put in those roles. Is that he like just kind of doesn't care. He's like very aloof, like almost too aloof. It's funny.
No, I could see that.
Not that
which
he
is
hasn't
probably
tried
why,
comedy. He has, and there's other, you know, like if you look at him now, it's really funny. But like it's just a funny example because it works for him and it made him, you know, he had a long career.
A long career of being that guy.
Yeah.
Muddy brings up a good point. Like Will Smith is typecasted, but like can do the whole gamut, right? Like,
yeah. I think he tries too hard when he's being dramatic, though. I think if he's trying to pull a real emotion in terms of like real like emotional motivation for like a dramatic role, like for example, After Earth.
Yeah.
Awful film.
Pursuit of Happiness.
He paid for it. He demanded, like, you know, part of him paying for it was him, like, making sure, like, I have to be in this, and my son has to be in this. But both of them aren't invested in that film. It doesn't matter how invested the special effects artists or the team or the director was.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, whatever. Like, he doesn't... He pulled more emotion out of performances in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, Fresh Prince had the whole, like I said, had the whole gamut of things, right? Like...
Comedy.
I mean, just that
really
episode...
dark drama.
Where like his dad comes back,
yeah,
and his dad's basically like, "Oh nope, I gotta leave, but maybe next time."
Yeah,
and he's with Uncle Phil. Holy shit!
There's
I cry every time.
where he's like, "You were not my father."
Yeah, I don't need him, and then he's just like, "Why doesn't he love me?" And
but
I'm
that's
just like,
real
Jesus.
though. Like that's the crazy thing about that is an actual emotion that he's feeling because he was abandoned by his dad, and apparently James Avery when he saw that, because he knew that Will didn't have like a dad, like in terms of the actor, when he saw that happen, like he saw him totally break.
Yeah,
he started walking towards him like immediately to hug him. He was like, "Oh shit, this is like crazy, super real."
Yeah,
which is cool, and that's like you know, that's acting when you don't have to act, when you're pulling from a real experience. And I don't think that that you don't see any of that in like his dramatic stuff, his more recent dramatic stuff at least. But he is super, like, he's dynamic in that he attempts both, and that's the thing that's the most important. I think that at least attempt both. Like, I think a lot of people just feel pressure to like stick into that one safe, because this is like safe for me. I've tried it works. Like, it's the artists, like we were talking about Elton John, all these other people like that are willing to attempt something. Yeah. Outside of their comfort zone.
Well, that's why, like, I've been listening to recently. I never got on this bandwagon because, I had this period of time where I just totally didn't understand rap or hip hop, and I absolutely adore it, and I've adored it for like the last decade now. But like when I was really young, like in my teens, and my brother and stuff, and they were like, brothers were listening to it and everything, like I just didn't get it. I just like the lyrical content and all that stuff. And I'm really late to the game, but I started listening to Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, nice.
And I absolutely adore like his stuff.
Yeah.
Like from the beginning to now.
Yeah.
Because it has those phases. It has those like Tyler, the Creator's just gonna do what he wants to do.
Yeah, he's not following the same formula of his like first album. When you look at his I don't know if it's his most recent one or 2 albums ago, he did one where he reached out to a bunch of classic jazz and funk musicians, like session musicians from the past, and then brought them in to collaborate with like Wiz Khalifa and him, or to collaborate with like Kali Uchis and Bootsy Collins. It's like, what? That's super cool. And who's willing to do that? That's one of the biggest, most important things is like hip hop and jazz and funk are so connected. And if you're a hip hop artist and you don't realize that, and there are tons out there who do not realize that, who don't really pull from that original influence, like they're like jazz and funk are the heart of hip hop and blues. And when artists, like young artists, are willing to like see that, reach out to the older artists, like that makes the older artist's entire career valid. Yeah. It makes it gives them the opportunity to like collaborate with someone completely new. And I feel like a lot of people are willing to collaborate and try new things, but it's like when those moves are made by someone young who's like, yeah, absolutely, I want to, like, I'm gonna reach out and put an effort and put in money to make sure that I can introduce this young generation to, like, just the young generation of collaborators to the old generation of collaborators. To be able to do that, whether the album got released or not, it's still such a cool experience for them to like meet them and make music with them.
crazy because like
He's a facilitator.
like
for sure.
charting his career and stuff. Like it started like he didn't like. So there's a genre of like rap called horrorcore, right? And he wrote stuff that was really dark in the beginning, but he denies like that it's horrorcore, and I get why, because listening to like Goblin, like where like that was like I believe his first like acclaimed like release, because I think he did something before that, like a mixtape or something. But Goblin has some really dark themes about like mental health and whatnot, and I feel like he might have wanted to ignore the horrorcore genre, because sometimes it's just blatantly like being as grotesque as you possibly can be.
Yeah.
Like just hitting that horror genre so hard.
And you don't want to be lumped into something that like you're not trying to put out into the world.
Yeah, exactly. And
which happens a lot in music.
get
like listeners do that a lot too.
Oh yeah, listeners love to do that. Like you're clearly like, and they did that to him. Like critics were like, he's just writing horrorcore. But I can see why like even was the Suicide Boys didn't want to be involved with the idea of it either, because just because you're writing about things like, you know, murder and mental health and the terrible things that a human being can think about doesn't mean that you're purposely out there trying to like, because some of the old horrorcore, I mean, it's talking about ripping people to pieces, right? It's like literally, it gets very intense. And I'm not gonna say that like Goblin has tracks on it like Sarah. I mean, there's like that are just start pretty tame, but get really, really intense there at the end. But it's showing that evolution of thought, and by that I mean like the degradation of thought about a situation that seems like, you know, because like he finished, he wrote the whole thing, he was 19. Yeah. Like, I mean, there's a poet, a Japanese poet.
Thank you so much for the hydrate.
Yes, thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate as well. Oh, yep, thank you for hydrating here as well. Hopefully you're doing well, Loki. But like, I fully believe that you should write, because there's no evidence that says because you write or talk about certain terrible things that you are going to commit any of them. But I like art that is willing to talk about like the darkest human thoughts. And there's a Japanese poet named Hitomi Ito, and I was really getting into like poetry very early in my college career, and I found out like later on about a lot of these awesome Japanese poets, and she's more of a contemporary poet, and she writes about stuff like about being a woman that like I would never, like, there's nothing I could ever do to feel these feelings about like having children and feeling like your child is like an extension of somebody who is terrible to you, or somebody who, like, you know, like the father or whatnot, and feeling like almost
you can't relate to
as
that?
a result.
You can't relate to that? That's surprising.
I can't, because I like,
No,
well, yeah,
I'm
it's
kidding,
surprising you can't. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that, like, the fact that she's willing to write poetry where, like, she's talking about, like,
it's pretty exposing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, like being murderous about the situation. I don't want to say it directly because I don't want Twitch to think that I'm talking about something like.
Well, honestly, I've said that like I killed myself in a Mario game and I got muted before, so.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was talking. I was like, oh no, we killed ourselves. No, like literally the character did in the game.
Yeah, and that's why I'm skirting around it. But you can imagine like being in the situation where you're pregnant with the kid, and like, you know, like you can imagine it. You might not feel these feelings, but just being able to read that blatant honesty about wanting to just end everything because like the stress and the way that your society puts things on you and like the situation you're in, I think is way more commendable than being like, I was really angry. And then just like, you know, censoring yourself to that idea because you're worried that people are going to think that you're actually going to be murderous. Because come on, that we have evidence that just because you have certain thoughts that you're not going to just, you know, go out and carry out activities. Like, I mean, isn't there even a term for those types of invasive thoughts?
I don't know.
Because I mean, like, even I know this is dark, everybody, but suicidal like ideation is a real thing, and sometimes it's like this is literally an element of someone's mental health, and it is affecting them, and there is a probability. But there's also the cases where like a moment will occur and you have the thought, right? But your willingness to act is different based on, you know,
Yeah,
the
they're separate
situation you're in
things.
and
They're separate things.
yeah, exactly.
But it's also a part of the
But I mean, like,
a part of the like the human experience is like that, you know, there's a lot more to our minds than just like the surface level Instagram snapshot of what our minds, you know, not to say I'm just throwing Instagram in there because it usually just gives you a small snapshot. And I feel like when people if you censor yourself, then you're only showing a small snapshot. And if you're brave enough to like write like that deeply about something that, you know, that is pretty dark, that most people, well, a lot of people probably relate to but just don't talk about, that's a crazy like brave thing to do.
It's very courageous, and we've seen, like, I'm saying, Hitomi Ito, the poet, read her collection Killing Kaneko. It has been translated by I believe Dr. West, who is is his name Dr. West? I'm trying to remember his last name. He's actually a professor for Western University. Probably not West, I'm probably mixing those up. There's a professor of Japanese and translations at Western Michigan University who won an award in Japan for his translation of Killing Kaneko by Hitomi Ito. Definitely check it out. You can read it in English now. It's not going to translate as well. I'm sorry, poetry especially does not bode well when it's translated. You don't really get the same feeling.
Yeah, totally. Well, the cadences are always different, right? Like, they'd have to be.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
And the rhythm.
David Bowie's last album, that's another one where there's a lot of bravery in realizing that the end is near.
And,
you know, like
the lyrical content of, like, facing it, like, kind of bravely.
Oh, yeah.
But also...
Like, Lazarus is such a good song.
Yeah, great one. I think
I'm sorry,
we were talking
I'm
about
very hype about this.
Well, we were talking about that trip hop duo, right? Where David Bowie saw them. He saw them perform, and he really liked them. And he actually went to one of their shows and asked them after the show, like, I want you to be the band in my album. And then later, like, the backing band, he wants to collaborate with them. And then later told them that, like, it's my last album. Which, like, I can't even imagine the pressure of being, like, handpicked because Bowie liked your stuff, but also, like,
because it's the end.
This is a farewell. It's pretty nuts. Great record on vinyl, and also it has some really cool hidden stuff in the vinyl artwork as well. Things that if you use a black light on it, and all sorts of stuff appears throughout the artwork. It's really well put together. I worked at a record store when it came out, so it was like all about like ordering that for people and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons I like what we're doing here, because like it is actually like, oh yeah, sexy. I'll just do it like it's on delay. But some tape echo in here. But no, I enjoy this a lot. Not just, you know, there's the Pokemon stuff. The game to me is secondary, just because I can have conversations with music, like about music with people.
Yeah.
But it comes down to like the personal choices of an individual and like some of the surface levels of music. But like it is so important and so ingrained in me. Like music is the art that I want to express myself through, and then I want to consume the most of. And I don't know, it's okay, like, do whatever you want, casually listen to stuff, make music be, you know, your workout routine, your study routine. That's totally cool. That's a good way to enjoy music. But like, I gotta live and breathe it, you know. It's just yeah, I don't know, it's a part of me.
Yeah, totally.
I have heard Watsky, yes. And I'm sure, Moon, that you feel the same way. Like, it's very pivotal to sense of being.
Yeah, definitely.
The consumption of and creation of music.
Yeah, 100%. haven't in a while, and all my stuff is available on Bandcamp. I got done a lot of stuff actually, and let me just share it in my
Yes,
my
please
chat.
do.
Bassinspectorate.bandcamp.com. I'm also drumming on an album by the band Miles Sky Club, which is available
Yes.
if you're into like 90s funk and 90s hip hop and funk and jazz and that kind of thing. Not 90s funk. That's funny. That's a whole other thing. That's like Jamiroquai.
That's a whole other thing.
Sorry, I'm just getting messages from my dad here at the same time as.
Oh, that's totally fair. I have moments where I'm just like I have things that like I have to respond to, you know.
We learned Sonic Boom. Nice. Our what's it called? Karatorb.
Karatorb?
Yeah, Scoop. We've got Sonic Boom. That's a decent one. It's a vanilla type move, but at least
But it's like a guaranteed. Wait, is Sonic Boom the confusion one?
No, Sonic
Or is
Boom's
that the
not
one that
guaranteed
does
confusion.
guaranteed 20?
I think it's guaranteed 20.
Okay.
So it's like
I enjoy Watsky.
half of Dragon Rage.
I believe. Yeah, it's it's like the. You're downright insufferable. It gives me a good chance to practice all these sounds too whenever you use them.
Wonderful.
I think, I think Elliot, wonderful. I think Elliot introduced me to Watsky. Okay, and there's this issue because like right now I'm in the midst of working on a mixtape, right? And one of the things that I have to come to terms with is like the absolute importance of lyricism over even beat quality, simply because if you're a white rapper, one of the issues is going to be that like it's very easy to be corny, right? It's very easy to not be taken seriously.
It's all
and
about
I get
authenticity
why,
too.
because there are
like how
Yeah.
authentic are you really being, and what are you trying to say? And do
Exactly,
you respect
and-
where it comes
and
from?
the way that you
like,
say it matters.
that's a big thing.
And like that's why like I had certain things that I was going for in my mixtape that I have dropped simply because I feel like it was playing too much into the genre and not what it is that I wanted out of it. Like I grew up in a small town and I saw a lot of crazy shit happen in a small town, despite the fact that people don't tend to pay attention to those things. You know, like a lot of it comes from the cities because a lot of stuff's happening in the cities that's not necessarily savory, and like there's a lot of issues with poverty. There's a lot of
No pun
police
intended.
violence. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the city, right?
No pun intended
And-
with the not savory, by the way, because we're playing Pokemon Sweet. That's we've already got two. We had unsavory and not savory.
Yes, we've said both of them.
Yeah.
It's time to go to rich and not rich. But no, like I felt like, you know, like
A lot
It
of
would
this
be-
stuff
it's-
goes
it's
down in
too
small towns,
easy.
for sure. Definitely.
yeah, and it'd be too easy. Because I feel like some people and like I know there's rappers out there that are kind of like who are white are kind of playing this game with appropriating the content and themes, you know, of black people for their music, because that's like there's an element of that right there, and they'll do those themes, and to me a lot of times it comes out as corny, because
or inauthentic.
it feels like it's, yeah, it doesn't come off as and I personally don't care about a sense of authenticity, because I feel like it can be forced upon you, and there are things that are authentic in your mind that like we were just talking about, like the having very terrible thoughts is authentic in one sense that you have the thoughts, but it's not authentic in the sense that you would do those things. And part of that sense of authenticity that'll be pushed on you when producing music, and especially I would imagine for the hip hop and rap, that sense of authenticity is lost because those thoughts are just thoughts, right?
Well,
And you don't want to just put a disclaimer on everything you do, right?
Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like the authenticity, like, if you are authentic in terms of like what you, like the reasons that
Yeah.
you're creating your art. I think that's what I mean more. Is like if the reasons you're creating your
Oh,
art
yeah.
are authentic, then people are going to see that. But if the reasons you're creating your art
Oh.
are inauthentic, like, but you're also, you know, co-opting a culture in terms of their
Yeah.
creation, which comes from authenticity. in terms of
you
the
know what?
reasons.
I agree with that.
That's where things get kind of like iffy for me, but not necessarily. Yeah, like you can, as a performer, you can create that authenticity in your performance. As an actor, as a painter, as you know what I mean. It might not be a painting you feel something about, but you can create a really like solid looking painting that a lot of people can see and interpret as authentic. Right? Like that's very viable.
And on top of that, I can see why it's totally fine because personas are acceptable in almost all genres of music, right? Personas are a way of expressing certain thoughts, like
MF Doom's a great example.
I mean, even Eminem had.
Yeah, Eminem too.
David Bowie is that?
No, I was saying MF Doom, but also you're saying Eminem. But MF Doom,
both of them
wouldn't be able to, who he was outside the character, wouldn't have been able to say the things that MF Doom said as the character. It was like
same
a
thing with Eminem, right?
Yeah, same thing as well. Yeah, definitely. It's interesting to see that.
I'm sorry. This is such a good discussion that I'm just like my thoughts they're going 1,000 miles per hour. But yeah, some of the stuff that Eminem said, especially early on in his career, as Marshall Matters, right?
Yeah.
There's also a concern about being a white rapper and the whole white rage violence thing is actually kind of unappealing.
If that rage stems from you feeling for the black experience, or feeling for the experience of, and truly trying to understand what it is like, but never going to never being able to fully understand the experience of what it's like to live as a black male.
And you'll never fear that, right?
Well, it's just it's I don't know.
That's why
there's this inauthenticity to me with Eminem, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think it's
what about okay? I would argue that it depends on what he's dealing with. Absolute hatred towards his upbringing and his mom and all that stuff, right? I feel like the authenticity comes from those situations, and also early on not necessarily being accepted as a rapper. I feel in his comedy, but there are elements where I don't know, whenever he has him and other rappers have beef and he gets very aggressive and he does his diss tracks, it almost feels like as much as they can be good, because we cannot deny Eminem how
skills.
wonderful of a lyricist he is.
Yeah. However,
because he I mean, if I recall, he was reading dictionaries. He was really expanding his vocab for this shit.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's been against him where they people will attack him for the fact that he was reading a dictionary. And I'm like, dude, doesn't matter who you are, gaining knowledge is never going to be a bad thing in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's from my perspective.
Well, I think
I can see where
he had something to say at the beginning. He came from a shitty upbringing. He wasn't accepted at first, and then he got there. Yeah. And when he got there, he had nothing to say afterwards. To me, I feel like he's got nothing to offer, and he's just let me just list a bunch of pop culture things, Michael Jackson and this thing, and that, and Shakira, and remember this movie, and the Hulk, and oh yeah, and I'm back, and here's another one. And it's no, I know that you have skills, I know that you know how to use your words, but just because you know a bunch of words and you know a bunch of things that you watched on television and pop culture, it doesn't mean you're offering anything. It's just now adding to the noise. But before you were, because there was this is the thing, become known as a rapper, I need to show that I can become someone. And then when he did become someone, it's now what do you have the pedestal, now what? That's the important thing, I think, for anyone that gets to that point, right?
And it happens to artists it happens to rappers and hip hop artists in
as well too. It kind of goes right back to what we were talking about with the actors too, making a conscious choice to what are you using your voice for? I think is the most
what are you using it for, and how are you using it? If you want to use it the same way, that's totally fine, as long as people accept that. But then again, I don't know if Eminem could have done murderous rhymes for all this time and still have been widely popular, right? Because
Yeah.
if I recall, it wasn't until he had the, what was it? Was it the Eminem show? Was that the first one?
I don't even know.
I can't remember widely popular album because he had like one I think before that, and of
Well,
course
he
he had
was-
mixtapes and whatnot.
He appeared on Forgot About Chain on the Chronic, which is a really big album.
Yeah.
And because he appeared on that,
just-
I think that was a huge push that got him his album.
And there's a sense of I think that was the album that had it. Like that was the album had the real Slim Shady on it.
Yeah.
But my concern is, as an artist, like talking to everybody as an artist, as a musician, which I'm going to, like I've got plans for it. I've got 13 beats lined up at this point. I have a lot of lyrical content. Things are being made for it. But once you do the thing, like once you talk about all those experiences you had with a small town and like your frustrations and like all the stuff and the anti-intellectualism around you, instead of repeating it, where do you like, it's what you're going to talk about is going to be based on what occurs as a result of it, right? Like it's not going to be
Well, you're going to talk
released
about
the
your
second
experience.
or
Like you have to talk about, because the first thing is your experience, right? That inspired you. So like, what's your next experience? Adventure. And,
the time to experience.
Yeah. Like go and get experience
Yeah.
and then come back and do something. There's an artist called Vashti Bunyan who was an artist, like a singer and musician from like the late '60s when she was in her 20s.
Yeah.
And she does an album like in 1967, and a lot of the content like melodically sounds similar. A lot of the lyrical content is kind of just based on her own experience as being a 20-year-old. And then randomly she got discovered by like Fortet and their label and Animal Collective.
Yeah.
And she did an album when she was in her 60s in 2004 called Look Through, and instantaneously you can feel all of her life experience. It is like the deepest album, and her voice is
like
aged.
4
Like,
years that have been.
yeah, it's about like having a
past,
child
past.
and like a child doing. There was a thing in their instinct that's like showing you, or like there's some instinct there or some act that's showing you that like, wow, I had a child, but it's very obvious that they've been here before, and like people in a boat turning their, like, it's very poetic. Two people in a boat turning their backs against like to each other, but they're also in the same boat.
Yeah.
Like interesting imagery, but like there's no way she would have written that in her 20s, and it's like you have to just, as any artist, you have to realize the phases that you're gonna go through, and like once you get through that, like Eminem, once you get through that first phase, like what's the next thing? You're gonna sing about your experience. Maybe he just got famous, and so he figured, I'm famous now, I should just talk about famous people to keep that up. Maybe that's like his thing.
Well,
I should create like publicity beef with like calling out Michael Jackson or some other person, right? Like,
Well, and if you think about it though, like what one of the things he's is that responding to any diss or to diss it, like being able to diss, like he's very good at it. Like people don't want to go after him because his lyricism is so strong.
yeah.
And he's very
If
very
you're
much paying attention.
If you're another rapper and you're attempting to diss him, especially in a diss track, like you have to be. It's like anything. You better back it up if you're gonna take him.
Yeah,
on
you better be ready.
Yeah.
Or I mean, honestly, at his point, at this point in his career, I don't even know why he would bother with anybody. Like I think you just get to this point where that's the point in responding. Like everybody knows that I made it this far. I've done this. Like if I'm responding to you, all I'm doing is like either really cutting your career into pieces, or I'm just I don't know. Is it acting up? I don't know what to say. Like I just feel like
he's a really,
and this
really
is just
good.
me personally. I wouldn't.
He's a really, really good lyricist, and that he comes from like that rap battle culture, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you don't really want to be tossing. You know what I mean? It's like if you just
you
went
don't
up to
wanna-
a professional basketball player and you just like bounce a basketball to him, and you're like, "Yo, me and you, 1-on-1." It's like you better be good at
You're just
basketball.
like, are you sure?
You better be good at basketball for sure.
I'm ending a man's career today. That's what that means. Like,
But also, like, there's that, and that's an interesting shtick. but like it's still, you still have, when you have a voice, you have that responsibility to, you know.
Oh yeah.
Do something good with it.
But there are rappers like Grit, who like the evolution is so like it's not noticeable in the sense of like Tyler the Creator, where like, you know, he like got all those musicians together and he went into like R&B and he went into like, you know, more like he went into soulful genres and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Grit, I mean,
he's willing to explore outside the genre and try and pull it into a genre, which is cool.
Exactly. Always been doing, because he's a southern, you know, artist from Mississippi, you know, which is an area like that you don't get a lot of rap culture from. I mean, Texas had a big scene, right?
Yeah, there's a big scene.
I don't hear a lot of people from Mississippi. And yeah, exactly. And he like he's always had a lot of like, I don't know, like, it's not necessarily gospel, but like definitely like that soul, that southern soul in his beats and the way that he talks about things. And he had like man, what was the name of the album? I'm gonna look it up real quick. I should know this. It's one of my favorite albums of all time.
In terms of the game, by the way, my character is, like, our SKU is level 16, almost level 17. So
Nice.
We're getting that one up, and then we just have like a couple of level 18s to level up. I want to get them to at least 25 if we can. So hopefully we won't be grinding for the whole time. But
Yeah, if not, we'll be prepared for the next one, which we could just double up if you want to do something on Sunday.
Yeah, I'd be into that for sure.
It
Definitely.
works as well.
Yeah, it worked out last
love
week
the
too,
sheep.
and we got a lot of progress. And these games require a lot of grinding, especially like we could be like haphazard and just go for it, but because our Pokemon are linked, and the fact that if something happens on one end can affect the other, like that's what really makes the Soul Link like a big challenge.
Yeah, like there's that anxiety. Welcome in, Henny.
Yo.
Like that's it. Yeah, it's just that there's so much to concern yourself with.
Honey Blanc.
Penny Blanco won because now I know. Yes, it was great. It was wonderful having you on the podcast. We went into some crazy shit, which is totally fine. That's the Worst Enemies podcast for you, or web show, whatever this one is at this moment. No, we were just talking about some really heavy music shit here. And I was gonna say that Forever is a mighty long time, which is the album I was mentioning.
It is a mighty long time.
Big
You're
Crit
right.
has.
You are right.
Yeah.
Big
Forever
Crit
is,
is right.
is a mighty long time. It's such a fucking great album through and through. I mean, just like, and then you have songs that are like feel classic in the sense of like Big Bank.
Yeah.
And then you have Summonstein, which continues his series of music about his subsystem. Like, I like that he's able to have these very deep discussions about where he's from and the things that like he's feeling about his attitude in his rap career, but also be able to have fun songs about his subsystem and you know, like the classic money grab and stuff, you know, just having the money and whatnot, like, you know, classics in rap and hip hop culture. It's just great to see the whole thing instead of like I get that there's this idea of album cohesion, right, where it's just like, man, the themes are all there and like we can hear the similarities in all your beats and styles, but
people listen to music
I think
differently.
I like it.
No.
Yes, very
like,
true.
As someone that worked in a record store, like, you can't pinpoint the type of genre anyone's going to listen to. Nobody's like, you know, just like buying music magazines and being like, oh, I hear Led Zeppelin is putting up Led Zeppelin 3 in a couple of weeks. Because, you know what I mean? Like how you would find out from someone that bought the records now or saw them live. That's how you would find out about a band. Now everyone has such access, so much music at their fingertips, to the point that like a lot of people opt out of doing the album out, but being brave enough to have every single track be a completely different genre even is like totally fine, super marketable, everyone's down for it. Not like no one's, you know, everyone understands that so much music exists that like, you know, we're open to, and we all listen to so many different types of music. I feel like way more so than back in the day. That like it's, I don't know, it's cool when you see people like each album trying something new, or each album trying a different genre.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And I mean, we've always lived in the the mindset of the power of a single, right? Like
Yeah.
it's never been different, at least in terms of like I would say, for what I know, at least since the '60s, I'm not as well versed in music that is older than that.
Yeah.
I do know some '50s stuff, but older than that, I'm not too well versed. And this whole idea of like the importance of a single is still the way that we listen to music. Like it's what we're going to listen to
What's funny about it is
the most.
where singles come from is just back in the day on 78 records, you could only put one song on it, and you'd have one song on one side, one song on the other. Before 45s, it was just 78s. It wasn't vinyl, it was shellac. And I have held like John Lee Hooker and Lead Belly 78s, and like books that are they're basically one blues song per side. You tap, like a customer even in, not this Lead Belly one, but brought in a 78 and like tapped it by mistake on the corner of a desk, and it cracked instantly. And oftentimes people would just like stack them and keep them in a box, and then you would just put on the album that you wanted. But it was crazy, and the reason why they're called singles and they're called albums is because every single group of single songs that slid into each page was put into a book, like a family photo album. It was often bound or leather or something like that. So an album of singles was literally a photo album, a physical photo album that you would open up, and each page you slid a 78 into, or a single.
Oh, really?
And so the reason why people are like, I'm dropping my single, I'm dropping a new album, nobody really understands like the context of where that comes from. Like there's a very small amount of people that do, and we still call it a single, an iTunes single. We're dropping this song as just a single, and we're dropping this as a B-side. It's just because you could fit only one song on either end. And the crazy thing is that physics is what determines how long a song could be recorded on 78. Because the first time they attempted it, they basically found a perfect balance. There's like a weight that they used to carve the first and like lathe the first recordings. That the weight would hold the needle down for just enough time. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but basically the choice of weights that they used in the first recording of like a 78 is what determined how much time you could record on that disc. Because by the time the weight gave out, that was as long as it could hold the needle down for, I guess, if that makes sense. The technology, the limit of the technology at the time was based on like the weights that they could use on the contraption that would lathe cut an original recording. It's pretty crazy stuff. Thank you for the hydrate, Surfins.
That's totally
Welcome,
cool.
Rose.
I like that.
We're getting tons of
Surfins. Welcome,
not to totally change the subject, but if you're just joining, I'm streaming with Rathe V. Murray. We're doing Pokemon Sweet, and we're just grinding right now. We're playing the Nuzlocke challenge of a really cool ROM hack. Welcome. There's a few people just joining. Welcome, Surfins, and welcome, Void's Game Archive. Thanks for the recent follow as well.
Welcome
and
in.
They are all looking like sweets. Everything is redesigned as like Pokemon like cakes or candy apples, all sorts of stuff, brownies, apple pies. We both have a team of 6 right now that we're training, and we got a bunch of names in the mix. Wow. We've got Moon Up 3, Up 3 Moon. Thank you. And then we have Matt _Butt is another one that is the next one on the list from Henny. And then we have Skuggert Surfins. I like that. Skuggert's a great name. Cool. So we'll probably both pull from these names if you want. Like we can.
Henny and Muddy have redeemed, so I've got 2 names on my list.
Cool. I love these names.
I have TM 10 pound.
Nice.
Because I picked up my pound TM from Cupcat.
From Persian, yeah. Persian's
and I don't know, Henny, is it supposed to be Raph Moral, or is it like Raphe Moral? Like I'm trying to.
Raph Moral.
I'm trying to say this version of my name. But yeah, welcome in everybody. We were talking about music and like limitations of technology and like why single buttons came up because
like where singles come from and why is it called albums.
I don't know that much. It is me.
What? Surfins. Thank you so much, Los, for
you know what I just
resubbing.
thought of?
I appreciate that big time. Thank you for the continued support. 8 months. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being awesome.
Yeah, we
Much
hit the
appreciated.
10-month mark of the stream. 2 days ago was the 10-month anniversary of the channel. So it's pretty crazy, all these people who've been supporting from the very beginning. Oh no. I don't even know how to say this.
No.
He's a little Pimmins man. There we go. That's our next name. He's a little Pimmins man. So probably we'll only be able to fit Pimmins man in there. But I'm writing it all down here. Thank you. That's funny.
You could just Little Pim man. Little Pims. Little Pims. There we go. There's a rap name. Little Pims.
That's so funny. Thank you for the name, dude. Thank you for resubbing. I appreciate it. And for just supporting the channel.
Oh shit, wrong move.
If you find a cat, okay, cool. Definitely for a cat. We do have a cat at the moment. I've got Mercury, the cup cat, which is actually the Pokemon I'm going to switch to. Pretty badass Pokemon.
Link to Queen.midi.
Link to Queen.midi. I love that. It's a great name for a cat
Queen
Pokemon.
discography on one MIDI trick.
Yeah. I'm surprised no one's done that before. I think we have to. Maybe once we beat the game, I'll release a link to Queen.midi.
That'll be our next stream, is making the entire...
Yeah,
it's muted. You guys can't hear it because we'll get the TOS.
No. I'll make it and just post it somewhere.
There are some amazing 8-bit
Lil Pimps.
remakes.
Yeah.
If you guys are into the Gorillas, there's a 8-bit remix of Melancholy Hill. That's fucking phenomenal.
There's an amazing
absolutely adore that track
version of Dark Side of the Moon in its entirety, all done with the limitations of the NES, like a chiptune one, which is really cool.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
And there's a Weezer album as well that someone did. If you're into Weezer and you want to early Weezer, but it actually sounds really cool 8-bit because it just makes me think of Anamanaguchi, who already kind of have that pop punk NES vibe.
NES pop punk, the newest and best genre ever. No. They even pixelize your vocals so you just sound like KK Slider.
When a band loves...
It's actually somebody singing, but...
What does it say? When a band loves each other very much, they go into a studio and the producer gives them a new single. When a band and a producer love each other very much...
When a band and a producer... When a record label you see in another record label...
Dark Side of the Chiptune, yeah. I forget what it's called.
I don't remember. Oh, Chiptunes? Yeah.
I think it's called Moon 8 or something like that. Nice, I like that. I like that. The W face. That's cute.
Henny, I love KK Slider because he says mop meep mo bop bo bow, and I'm like slay bitch.
I'm pretty sure that is that needs to be on a t-shirt. Mop meep mo bop.
Meep mo.
So good.
Yeah, get it.
It's like a cross between the adults in the Peanuts Charlie Brown universe and the aliens from Mars Attacks.
Yes.
Yes,
I could see that. But somebody put Redux on it, so it's back to 16-bit.
Yeah, it's been bit crushed for sure.
Bit crush.
My buddy actually had it custom made. He didn't make it, but he paid someone to. A bit crusher pedal for his guitar, so he puts it in line.
Oh, nice.
I saw him do, and it's crazy. I saw him do an entire set of him covering the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust, but 8-bit, where he sings and he plays all the guitar parts, but with a bit crusher pedal, and he can actually bit crush it between 1 to 8 bits or 0 to 8 bits. And when he was sliding from one chord to another chord to another chord, or playing notes, they were actually transitioning the same way that an NES note transition would. It would actually change.
Really?
Yeah, because
pitch shift? Or
not pitch shift, but you would normally hold a chord and slide it, so you'd hear da, into another note.
Yeah.
He bit crushed that transition, so it would be it would automatically just like something that was sliding into itself, it would automatically turn it into like monophonic, like you would hear every like the attack of each note. So he could slide down and you would hear instead of.
Oh, okay. And so what it sounds like is
it was pretty nuts, and it had like a little bit of a
recall-
delay in it built into it as well. Like it was just he described what he wanted to this guy, and he bought it in like small town Ontario off this dude who could make custom pedals.
Interesting.
It was really
Because
cool.
it sounds like there's no I guess what you would call like portia. There's like no time, because there's a way like in wavetable sense that you can adjust that transition to seem more like a sort of like a pitch shift to the next note.
Yeah.
So like if you were to like hit a G3 and then hit a G2, like that portia would try to bend that transition, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So it's not just like one individual note.
Yeah.
It sounds like they made it where that like is completely gone. Like it's just like it hits every single time.
It's like the opposite,
but the transition is not like you're noticeably hitting two notes with like much time in between. Like they're just being hit like one after another instantaneously, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That means you also have to play fast.
It was wild, and like to see the David Bowie songs, like the Rise of Z Stardust, was just super cool. Like as an 8-bit sort of rendition.
Hit crushing is really touchy though. You can really easily overdo it.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, it's like
to
anything.
the point where you can't.
You know, if you overdo an LFO, then you've got dubstep. So you can try to overdo something, but it's not gonna last. But if you use things tastefully, like ingredients, it's like cooking. You don't want to just like put a bunch of cayenne pepper in your chocolate cake. It just doesn't make sense.
You don't do this.
You're like,
this isn't a normal thing for you. Your cake is like, it's looking a little bit like red velvet. Yeah, but it's not.
Or if you're trying, I guess a better analogy would be like you're trying to make a birthday cake for someone, but the only ingredients you use are eggs. So all you get in the end result is just quiche.
Exactly. Yeah. It would make sense either way. I just had to fuck with the concept of like making red velvet, but the red velvet's actually just cayenne pepper. That's how we dyed it red.
That's funny.
Why is this cake so delicious and it burns?
You're saying you want to have Bit Crushed voice on stream. You should totally do that and be all Johnson.
Oh, that would be great.
Do it. You should have that as a redeem where, like, if you can somehow set it up, it turns into
where we're having this intricate conversation, but it just sounds like KK Slider talking to himself.
Carefree Bomb is another retro streamer who does, like, randomizers of, like, Super Metroid and Zelda and a whole bunch of other games. Mm-hmm. And he recently, well, I guess for a while he's had it, he has a redeem where basically the Animal Crossing text box will show up. So if you use the channel point redeem, it'll show up and he'll be instantly muted and Animal Crossing music will play. And it'll show his name and everything he's saying becomes text-to-speech in Animal Crossing font and plays. And it's like, and you hear the whole like for like a minute.
That's pretty awesome.
But he's a programmer, and he found a way to like custom program his own transitions, and so his channel has a lot of really cool things. Like there's one where you can make up the name of like a Mega Man weapon, and the little animation will show up that you got this weapon. Or like when you get an item in Super Metroid, there's another little animation where you can fill in, like you can say butt massage, and it'll be like you found the butt massage, and you'll hear that.
You found the butt massage. The ultimate weapon.
It's like finally, I've had the various suit for like 2 hours
I haven't been able to
now,
find the butt
and I haven't
massage
had the
for
butt
years.
massage yet. But basically, that's the whole point. It's like it's interactive, and he created like these really interesting, like true to the game transitions. I think the Animal Crossing one's really funny because if you use it, if you save it for a moment when he's like raging out and he's like really angry playing a game, and then you use it, it's just like comedy gold.
Comedy gold. Right now? Yeah, do that right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's really cool. Just like from an artist perspective, it's really cool when someone who's a programmer it comes up with those little unique twists to the channel.
Yeah, programming is 100% about problem solving.
Like a hologram.
And that was a problem that needed to be. I like that.
All right, finally, we've got ourselves our SKU our character.
Nice. That's
Jeez,
pretty good.
That's all that's happened this whole time, folks.
Yeah, we've just been leveling.
No, we were
My,
leveling
my MIDI.
our Ban V and Banana Bee, but we don't got those no more.
Yeah, Banana Drill died. Henny, I know you named Banana Drill, but it did.
Yes. That's easily the best sound effect. We've got a lot of
I forgive you.
Wario sound effects.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Getting closer. I also had a bunch of rare candies, and Switch Training Gumball was not working very well, so I boosted a little bit.
Okay. Nice. I wish I had rare candies. Again, it's just berries. That's all our cupcat can find.
We did find another rare candy though. And I don't know why your cupcat's not picking up rare candies.
I'm still in Orange Road. I feel like we should maybe progress to the next town. But there's gonna be some trainers in the there's gonna be some trainers in the grass, basically. I think it's Banana Road was the next route.
Yes,
basically,
we're probably
this is
gonna head to Banana
through
Road.
the underground path. And this game doesn't change too much in terms of, like, you know, there's an equivalent to Vermilion City. There's the equivalent to Cerulean City. It doesn't change it that much. Like, the layout of the city is pretty same.
So we heal up and head that way then, or do you have a plan to get any more levels, or are we just gonna head?
I think we should. I think we should head out there because I think we'll be all right. I know you have slightly higher levels at the moment.
Yeah.
Our cinema roll is an awesome design.
We'll be good.
I love Chocosaur and Brontosaur. It's a cool design.
Oh yeah. They did really well with the starters.
Tartortle too. It's awesome.
I honestly think that Strawwander is probably the weakest design, which is weird. Because the absolute adoration of Charmander in general, but
it's still a great design though. So it's not saying much.
No, it's literally just saying, hey, of the three amazing designs, this one is slightly less amazing.
Yeah, but still so cool.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna go heal up, get this final level here, and then we'll go to Banana Road.
Yes. Yep, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna actually just, since we have all these berries, and I still have no idea what these question marks are, which we picked them up by talking to some berry bushes outside of Bill's place. But I have a ton of berries, so
What's up, Eli?
I'm gonna
How you
give
doing?
some to all the sweets. Oh look, a candy apple. Let me just smush a berry into it. Oh look, a cupcake. Let's smush a berry into it. A creamsicle.
Take this berry.
Take this berry.
Dude, well, in your case, just aspers.
Yeah, no, I'm only giving them orange berries.
Oh wow, a Watmel berry. I've never had that one.
So our most recent Pokemon that we just lost, Banvi and Banana Bee, which is Volibee and Servine or Snivy or whatever it was. They died, but we got them in this route, so we're not going to be able to catch any Pokemon here.
No, not until we get to another.
I think we're going to get the fishing rod. I have a feeling, if there's still a fisherman in this town, so we might be able to go back of that Viridian City.
Fish out whatever the
fish in the
whatever. Yeah,
because the sea is made
of milk.
It's very weird.
It's not necessarily a fun time, but it's a time. Like, going well.
There's a clip. How'd the stream go? It's not necessarily a fun time, but it's a time.
It's a time. There is a temporal element to it.
All right, let's.
I guess there's this trainer. Let's fight this trainer.
Yeah. The bug catcher. There aren't many bugs
there
out
aren't
here.
many bugs out.
That's the next.
Why are you after bugs?
That's the next bug fact. So, if somebody redeems bug fact, that's all we're gonna say. There aren't many bugs out here.
Oh, okay, level 22s and 23s. Got it.
Aria cake.
Okay, this party is not gonna work.
What color is, or what color? What typing is Aria cake? Is that raspberry?
Raspberry, yeah, they're both raspberry.
Okay, so what's our typing? Let's take a look here. We got the type chart, and I recommend everyone who's watching pull up the type chart. It's really crazy.
Okay. This will probably be the best bet. Brimley, that's enough. You didn't do anything, but... Oh, not confection.
Okay, raspberry, blueberry and grape are strong against it, so we're setting out sweet ball.
Okay.
And then, what else? Orange is fine to have.
Yeah, we'll take care of that area cake first.
Yeah, orange is fine to have it.
Almost all my boobs are raspberry. And I couldn't figure out. Oh, it was that nice. I know the feeling, farmer. It's going well here. We're done with our training session and we're moving forward.
This is gonna be dangerous.
This is gonna be dangerous.
Well,
I don't like the sound of that.
I'm using 2 level 18s right now. Oof, that did not work out at all.
Is your
Sweet Ball. Hopefully Sweet Ball can help. I'm just gonna use Lear as Wes Welker. Power Pops at you. I'm actually, like, it's weird. I would never use Lear, like, but I'm just using it strategically, I guess, at this point.
Strategic Lear, yes. Well, I mean, in certain cases, it can benefit to decrease those stats to just have that slight advantage, as long as you can hold on, right?
Yeah. Sweet Ball using Lollipop. Super effective, and also, yeah, we'll take out Area Cake first. That's the best way to do it.
Oh, the grape is super effective against a raspberry?
Yeah, grape is. That's grape and blueberry are the only thing that I'm seeing on the type chart here for that, so.
I totally forgot that. Well, now that I know that, Lolowak's gonna have a heyday. I was hoping to train.
Weird, I actually can't tell.
We'll just put them up front.
I can't tell if like things are caught up on the stream.
that's-
That's very strange. I'm like trying to refresh to see the stream. But it looks like my stream is like 5 minutes behind. That's very strange.
5 minutes behind?
Yeah, I don't know. It's showing me. Okay, there we go. Okay,
That is
now
pretty
it's caught up.
weird.
It was just my browser. Just my browser.
My browser.
As a browser.
Browser.
I'm looking forward to a monster performance from Jackson. He is so cool.
Oh. Okay. It's a
Browser.
banana. Okay.
Also, the more and more I think on it, the more and more I realize Seth Rogen is perfect for the voice of Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah.
Somebody animated like a couple of scenes from Pineapple Express of just him like freaking out with Donkey Kong, and there were some moments where like that's just Seth Rogen being himself, but if he's actually like putting effort into sounding like a gorilla, like doing
He's got it.
He's got it. It's perfect. As long as he doesn't laugh.
I like this idea.
As long as he doesn't laugh. If he laughs, it's gonna totally
ruin it. It's gonna ruin the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the next trainer has just a level 20 banana bee.
Okay. There's a level 21 Aria Cake here and a level 23. So there's 2 Aria Cakes is who I'm fighting.
Yes.
That sucks.
Oh, that trainer, yes.
Okay. I was like, hold on a second. Did it heal? But no. Just sends a second layer.
This one time, I got in a truck and it started to move. When I got out, I was in a totally different place. Learned my lesson that day. Do you tell that shit to strangers? That you just have no sense of awareness? Like, okay. It's like one of those one time at band camp moments. Oh.
Okay, we're gonna
Meringue City.
cure.
It's really close by. It's like super.
Hope you don't die.
Please don't die.
Is there only 2 trainers here, right?
Yeah, and the other one has level 20 banana.
Bananarama.
Yeah,
Bananarama?
banana.
Looking for the banana hippo Pokemon. Bananapotamus.
Oh, yes.
Hippopotassium.
Hippopotassium, the banana
The banana hippo Pokemon.
I just have a hard time just saying banana repeatedly.
Okay, heal.
My Pokesweet ate itself into a coma. Are you serious?
It's possible. It eats itself. They eat each other.
It ate itself to sleep.
We eat the Pokesweets.
That's too real of a feeling, though. Eating yourself to sleep. Maybe not like eating yourself till you sleep, but you know.
I mean, personally, I think it'd be a little hard to relax enough to be able to fall asleep, like, and to be like nicely rested if I was eating myself.
Well,
It'd
that's
be
what
a little
I said.
hard
Like
to
eating.
ignore the
I said
pain
eating
of the-
yourself to sleep. Yes, eating yourself to sleep is a little different.
It's ridiculous.
Oh man, there's a duo at this gym.
A Doe duo?
It looks like they're twins.
A Doug duo?
Doug Dimma Dimma don't.
No, like a Doug trio, but one of them left. Doug duo.
I'm just looking around the town to see if I can find anything.
Perhaps we can get ourselves a fishing rod. I hope. From someone. There we go. That was awesome. I didn't think we'd hold in there, but Popsichu and Lolowak made a good team. Wes Welker and Sweetball. I just want to get some encounters.
Oh, somebody's selling lemonade. I'm gonna specifically feed that to all my lemon type Pokemon.
Make it super weird.
Yeah, it'll just
Cook bacon and you serve it to the pigs in the morning, and then you give burgers to the cows. They're like, well, it's morning time. It's breakfast.
it's breakfast.
Who ordered a burger?
There you go.
The cows just look at you and they're like, none of us. Still Mario Kart music. Okay.
Oh
So
shit.
Let me heal up.
There's the voucher.
You're just finding things worth $1 million over there?
Yeah, it's not gonna be now. It's not. But it was. Man, I just can't get red.
It's an NFC now.
Just right. That's fine. You don't need one of those.
It's an NFC. Someone spent $1 million on a bike voucher, and then someone else just gave it away for free.
Yeah. I don't know why you would do such a thing to yourself.
Feeding animals their own makes them go crazy. Wow. They slowly develop micro-levels brain. Gross. Gross. I wasn't condoning any of that, by the way.
Oh,
Just being a joke.
the SS Banana? I don't want to walk in there without... I don't want to walk there and make a mistake. Okay, so the bike voucher is in the baking club. It's the old man. And
The old
the
man. What?
Pokesweet.
Hold on a
baking-
second.
Yeah.
Banana Bee knows dig? I'm fighting a Banana Bee.
Banana Bee knows...
You were fighting
What?
you were fighting a Banavie for that trainer. I'm fighting a Banana Bee, which is interesting. It's like we're fighting the ghost of our the other person's Pokemon that we just lost. Banana Bee level 20. You just use dig. Good old digging bird.
I didn't know. It did not survive long enough for me to figure it out. In Sweden, we eat the
Ooh,
most
if dig
banana
is
per
chocolate.
citizen in year.
If dig is
to drink them,
chocolate,
really?
we can't send out Clonopin or Cinnamoroll. Because chocolate is
Did it
effective
track you?
against chocolate. It can't resist chocolate.
Oh, understand.
Who can resist chocolate? Nobody. Not even chocolate.
Nobody. Not even chocolate can resist itself.
Okay, dig. There we go.
Alright.
I'm gonna use what's strong against banana again? You know lemon is.
Yes, lemon. But it's,
Lemon, apple, and
banana's
orange.
weak against. Yeah. Like it can't. What is it? It's like it can't do anything to like cherry, apple, or any of that.
Yeah.
Like half effective. I can't remember.
Yeah. Cherry and strawberry.
Cherry and strawberry. Okay.
Looking at the type
I think
chart,
we have to go on the
apple is
SS
strong against banana,
then.
orange strong against banana, and lemon is strong against banana. Those are the three.
I'm gonna go get that bike.
Oh shit. It's super effective.
Oh shit.
How is Oh. Okay. So dig
what?
isn't chocolate type. Dig is obviously a different type because it's super effective against West Welker or Popsichu, which is orange and vanilla. So that means that dig is either lime type, apple type, strawberry type,
Ooh.
or cherry type.
Okay.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's weird. It would make sense if it was chocolate just on principle, right?
Oh, I don't want to take the risk. I gotta heal. I gotta.
Yeah, always heal.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's not one for one. That's for sure. Monkey
I have the bike.
Yes. You have a bike. I have a bite. I just used bite
I have
as
a
you said
bike.
bike.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now we go twice as fast. That means we can accidentally run into trainers and ruin the whole damn run because they're going way too fast. That's all that me.
Okay.
It's Mike.
There's a house here?
Okay.
What's that? What the heck is this house?
What house?
This one time.
I lack awareness to the point that I got someplace that I shouldn't have been because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, you're way ahead in terms of exploring the town.
Oh yeah. Honestly, the only thing in the town is the voucher. And that's in the Polka Sweet Baking Club. It's the old man who goes on and on about how much he loves Cup V to the extent that I feel like he probably needs like a restraining order.
What?
Like somebody needs to like make it so that he's not allowed to go in the vicinity of Cup V's.
That's
I
cool.
love the term ravishing, but you have to be very careful when you use the word ravishing. It can come off as creepy. You're absolutely ravishing, darling.
If you say it like that, yeah, totally.
Exactly. Ravishing.
So what do you think of my tweet?
Smashing.
Exactly, yeah.
Smashing.
Splashing.
I really wish I could do a Tim
Absolutely
Curry because I love Tim Curry.
Space!
Space. What's on the slab?
What do we have here? Okay, I didn't even heal.
All right.
Didn't even heal. Some sort of
I think we have to go on the boat
I think so. But we didn't get any
because we.
ticket from anybody. Remember, Bill was like, I'm just gonna sell you some weird shit.
That's right. But like
Oh,
when I
what?
went to the
Choco
guy.
Bun, the creator of this land, and her friends can talk. What the hell? I'm confused.
Yeah, it's
most
getting really
Poke
creepy.
Sweets can't talk, but some very tasty ones can. The wild ones aren't talkative, but Choco Bun, the creator of this land, and her friends can talk. Weird. I'm
Weird.
very confused. Who is Choco Bun?
The creator. Maybe they're like having one of
Arceus?
those moments where they love each other a lot. Arceus.
Okay, we're getting
Is this another name for Arceus?
I think for Pokemon
you can go-
Choco Bun Legends coming up on the Switch.
Chocolate Legends 5. The guy lets you go past him. You don't even get.
I want a freaking fishing rod, man.
I didn't find. Nobody had a fishing rod, so
That sucks.
Oh,
that's weird. How do I write a love letter to a Pokesuite? I'm leaving. Bye-bye.
I'm leaving. Fuck out.
Still there.
Lemon curds and whey.
Gotta heal.
All right. Now that I've said that,
There
I
used to be
thought that
two
was
gyms
clever.
here. Interesting.
But they combined into one mega gym.
That's amazing. Chocobun created this land and the Pokesuites. They say it's pretty going on everywhere she goes.
Oh no.
It's a party. My Pokesuite ate itself into a coma. Oh man. Now I'm just repeating everything you said.
I know, but no, isn't it like wild? Like the city is filled with bullshit. Can't get it together. I don't.
This is I wouldn't choose this city if I was gonna choose to live somewhere in the Pokesuite world. Maybe Orange, the Orange City. That one's alright.
No, maybe it's the meringue in the air. Maybe it's getting to people. You know, maybe it's really affecting people. There's so much meringue here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the I don't know.
I think we need a meringue orangutan. Pokemon.
Orangutan type.
It's the SS banana. Oh my god, come on! Like, there's so many. Like,
I know,
everything is
I
in
know.
banana. Like, just fucking creativity.
It's no. I've seen this as a complaint, and apparently it gets better. I mean, at least this is Meringue City and not Banana City.
But then you have Meringue City, Meringue Cavern, Meringue Factories, Meringue Co, Meringue, like the Meringue Corner. It's like, oh my god. There's
Even
a
the
million
post
different
office
things.
is in Meringue.
Yeah. No thanks.
It's the Meringue office.
Okay.
All right.
There's no
I think
Mew.
we have to go on the boat.
I think I have to go on the boat. Right? That's banana. You know what? Yo, it's cool music. It sounds alright. It's interesting and isn't like detuned like all the Mario Kart music. So I'm happy with that.
Oh my god.
But boat. The passengers are restless from this long voyage. You might be challenged by the more bored ones. Yeah, that's what happens in the vanilla game. You stupid.
You stupid. You just all I could think of is Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid. You idiot.
I am but a solitary
Okay.
child.
I'm afraid
Oh,
to. What happened?
Well, I'm taking one of them on. Going straight into it.
Is it the one in the hallway?
I'm taking the farthest right room on Gentleman Thomas. He's got two Pokemon. Two Pokesuites. He has two Cupcats. And they're both level 23. Yikes. They're gonna be fast.
Okay. There's so many places to go. I'm gonna go room by room from the right-hand side.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. So he's got two Cupcats. Level 23. I'm just gonna send out my two chocolate types. Cherry chocolate raspberry.
Well, so Cupcats, you can send anything against them
Yeah.
as long as it's level appropriate, right?
Helen's place and name. Baked. Hello from sourdough bread. Just get
Nice.
which is
I like sourdough. Good stuff.
Cool.
Headbutt. That's all it takes.
Local
I'm
flour, too.
telling you, if
That's
you
cool.
want to overlevel some, overlevel your Q-pop.
Yeah, totally. Well, Keepop is going to be like super viable. I think if we can keep Keepop until if there is an Elite Four in this game,
yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't know either. You said there's only 6 gyms.
It seems like it.
Maybe they because they slammed some of the gyms together. Like, maybe that's why there was 2 gyms here. So, oh yeah.
There used to 2 gyms here, but in a future time,
Yes,
maybe
now
we'll
there's-
see 2. Maybe it's like foreshadowing.
It could be. Maybe there's another set of gyms
so
that got
much
slammed together.
So much. damage.
Mine, they mostly use Scratch. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so the room to the left
Using
of it is a woman who will let you and your Pokesuites have a rest, so you
Yeah.
can just
There's always a
awesome.
healing room.
I didn't know
Yes,
that
yes.
because I don't remember shit. And my Queen Mitty just got another rare candy. I am sorry, Matt. I don't know what life is anymore.
It just stopped on
That's
my...
like my.
For whatever reason, pick up
That's
the
like-
speakers. Aspirates the entire time.
Jeez. Maybe you're building up for like the final moment where it's just rare candy after candy.
Having potions, though, is cool. I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah.
I still don't get how people do, and I'm not sure what exact rule set is, but how people do these and then refuse to like allow themselves to heal in battle. Like, you can heal outside battle,
That's really intense.
or like
I
you
think
can,
that's
you
just.
can only use each focus center
We call
once.
that being
And once you use it
extra.
once, that's it. Yeah,
We call that
the,
being extra.
It's the being extra lock. There you go.
This is called an extra lock, which means I refuse to use anything healing related whatsoever. Basically, it's just gonna be if the one Pokemon can survive the entire game. And I'm like, that's not gonna work.
I only use Pokemon that
not gonna work.
have gluten intolerances. That's the only ones that I'll decide to throw a Pokeball at. Only the ones who are
Alright,
intolerant to
and
gluten.
Oh shit. Okay, third door is an auto battle.
Yeah.
If you're starting on the right hand side, just so you know. And Gentleman Author has a Banvie and a Banvine. Okay, well, level 19, level 25.
Okay, that's not too bad for a while.
That's not too bad. Payday. It's all candy. I feel like that move didn't need to change. It should just be you're throwing a peanut at them instead of a coin, but the rest of the currency was just nuts.
There's a game that's got to be like that. There's nuts in Monster Rancher. They're like a main. There's a main item you can use to like boost the stats and trigger your monster.
My T2 is trying to learn Screech, which is kind of like one of those things,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like
It shouldn't be in the
wants
state where
Screech.
it wants to screech like. If there's a
Exactly.
reason
Like,
it
how
screeches, what
about
do you
no?
do?
How about you know? Like, not in my house, please.
Heartwarming. I love that.
Banvie has double kick.
Gonna heal.
It's better to teach from a sexy tail. Yes. That,
Yeah,
yeah,
Banvie
it'd be
had
better
double.
to Screech than.
Van did double kick when I had it, and Pursuit. They're both on the tip.
Oh, really? I figured Pursuit would be, but I didn't know double kick. I think at this point it doesn't matter. I think
don't
it's
know-
just gonna die.
I don't know what other typing you would get besides Villa type, right?
Yeah, I don't. So many things could be vanilla type. Yeah. Payday. I want more money. Just give me more money.
Yeah, Asperry Berry is one that defrosts you, so it's like really not. We've never run into anything that froze us, so it's kind of useless.
What? This asshole says I have no sense of courtesy. But he attacked me when I walked into his room. I admit, I was an asshole for going in the room without, like, knocking. But, like assaulting me isn't necessarily the best reaction. Just
Well,
so
this
you
guy
know,
says you
dude on
insolent pup.
third from the right. Yeah, that's what he's the one I just fought with, like 19 and 25. I just focused the 25 and then it wasn't bad at all.
Interesting. Van Vine looks a little interesting. It kind of looks like sickly. It doesn't even really look like it.
It just looks like it's having a hard time. Waitress, I would like a cherry pie. Isn't that what they said before? Isn't that actual like
It actually is.
dialogue from
Yeah,
the
that's
game?
actually vanilla, which is cool.
Because I remember that. I always travel with cream tough. We don't because
Orange and apple.
we sent we actually got the receipt for our cream puff and we sent it back to the Walmart.
And they were like,
I returned
this
it.
wasn't bought. This isn't bought from here. We're like, well, it has the Walmart bag on its head. Okay, and I'm returning it. And they're like, no,
I
this is,
know
we never
I got
sold.
it here.
We never sold the cream puff. It was just hanging out inside.
We don't sell life here. I don't know, man. It's got your logo. It's definitely your brand.
Let's see.
Oh, shit. Oh, a gummy Ursa?
Oh my god, this is so funny. I'm fighting
That's
two banana.
frightening.
I'm fighting two banana Pokemon right now, and then my partner just walked in and was like, banana, and just like gave me a banana.
Banana? Would you like a banana?
But she had
There's
no
been
idea. I was like,
subliminal messages.
yeah. Well, we're in Banana Road. That's right. It was meant to be. The universe is ensuring that I eat a banana. That's funny.
The universe requires.
It's not like you're
Oh, yes.
washing it either.
Banana.
So yeah, if you like your troll destroys the banana types, right? And pops at you. Apple and orange.
Yes.
So
So does my, on the orange types, I usually use cherry moves. Destroy them with
Same.
cherry.
I use liquor whip.
Lemon types, I just use the orange. Because I think Gummy Ursa, who I just fought, was lemon.
Yeah, and orange and banana are
there's
strong
a
as
room.
one. And we've
There's
only
a,
ever
there's a
seen
room
one.
with two.
Sorry, we keep talking over each other. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. That's just how this works.
You said there's a room with two gummy Ursas. Okay.
And I was just like, Gummy Ursa, that's got to be lemon. It's so yellow.
Yeah.
But then again, the
Leon
banana ones.
was the other one that we went to. That was the Kabuya.
Yes.
But I don't think we've run into another lemon type.
Trying to remember.
I'm still not here.
Bananas. Bananas. A bug fact. Also, Numa, welcome in. You know,
Thank you,
Pokemon
Hydrate.
looks okay at 160p. Is my stream 160p right now? I didn't even know things came in 160p anymore. A bug fact.
Oh, remember the fact was gonna be there are no bugs around here.
Bugs are just a figment of your imagination. They don't exist. No. I have shit internet.
Bugs are just
oh, I
defects in
see.
reality. The little glitches.
Oh shit. TM31 brick break.
Whoa, nice. That better be chocolate.
That
Like
this
Kit Kat.
better be
Pick me
chocolate.
up a piece of that Kit Kat. You piece of shit.
It is chocolate. It is totally chocolate. Can anybody learn it? Oh, a ton can learn it. But who would I want to? I don't know. I don't know who I want to.
I'm gonna keep.
I'm sure it's fine.
Like between every
Numa,
battle. I'm
Numa
going
said
back
that
and healing.
because of the shitty internet, can't watch two people at once,
Oh.
which is understandable. We've all had internet problems. Dreamers at 720p, awesome, because you know
Neither
we
of us
all need
ever
to have our
expect-
Pokemon games then.
Expect people to watch both of us at the same time.
Yeah, it's just it can be too taxing.
And a lot of people bounce back and forth, you know? It's fun.
100%. This is probably the ultimate episode of just us going back and forth and talking over each other. There's been so much shit to say today. It just feels like we're in the podcast right now, and I feel bad about that.
I think we should. I think we should totally start our own podcast called the Codpast Podcast, and we just talk about ancient fish.
Yeah, it's all about fish all the time. Somebody has to have done that. The Codcast.
No, the Codpest.
Oh, the
Podcast. So it's about
Codpast.
ancient fish.
Okay.
It has to be about like the history of the evolution of fish and stuff like that.
I honestly thought you were on something even greater than that. Like, no, it's the Codpast. We're talking about coelacanths. We're talking about specifically.
Do coelacanths still exist?
Yes, yeah, they do. They're just
Like-
hard to find. Coelacanths are just kind
Like
of...
like Bigfoot.
Yep. I've kissed a cod. It was a fishy situation. I love it. The stream has been great background listening. Well, thank you for being here. Glad that you are enjoying our obnoxiousness. I'll have a
Thank
bug
you.
fact to give to Henny. What's that? Oh god, you guys, the puns are getting stronger. Did the fish lure you in? I don't drink water. The fish makes love in it. Yes, yes, they do. Oh my. Okay, the masturbator jokes have begun. Oh no.
Oh wow. I love it. I love the spread for gummies. Awesome.
It is. It's pretty good. It looks gummy.
It makes you want a gummy.
It looks like it. Oh no.
Gum blummet.
Lem drop.
Oh, it used lemon on you?
It's a cast form.
Oh, interesting.
I could see that. I could see why that would happen.
We haven't seen weather effects in this at all, so I don't think that cast form will have like EV change type or anything.
No, probably not. Not in this case. I see they got their hooks into you. What the? I'm telling y'all. We're talking about fishing now. Masturbating is important. Having yes. My chat is just fishing puns and.
Well, you know what? You gotta reel them in.
I am broken by my chat right now. I tell you, the boatload of problems. But I have a bug fact to give, and I keep getting distracted by chat's insane, like just insatiable need to make puns. I'm not saying it's your fault, but if the shoe fits. Let's see, let's think of one now that we've destroyed this flan goose. Luckily the levels are a lot more balanced in here.
Mm-hmm. They didn't,
they're not like all level 25.
Exactly. I feel confident sending out my low level Pokemon.
That's good, because it's been pretty balanced, like level 17s to 25s, but mostly like level 17 to like 21. Are we tipping the scale? We are rocking the fishing boat. Okay. You guys are going a little too deep.
Going overboard.
Okay. You guys are going, yeah, overboard deep. I was going, same thing. I had to, like literally, it doesn't matter. It's just hilarious. Henny will one day get a bug fact.
They're sinking into it, you know?
You guys.
They dove right in.
This whole stream is a fucking sinking ship right now, and I just.
Stream.
I have
are we
to
sinking in the
admit.
stream or are we sinking in the ocean? Let me see.
This whole chat is just one big red herring. Damn straight it is. Turning. It's a turning pike. Ah. Getting really.
My favorite thing about this soundtrack to the music right now is the bass line.
About it. I ship it. Ah. Okay. Oh, Chef Leo's got a Candix.
Of course, the
Well,
chef
I know how to deal with the Candix. It's strawberry, right? Would be apple in this case? Because I know it's weak to raspberry, but
Strawberry.
not.
It's strawberry type, so
Yeah.
it's weak to cherry and raspberry.
Oh, okay. It's so weird. Oh yeah, that's doing the trick. That's doing the trick. I may have to take my break soon, by the way, everybody.
Totally cool.
It is 5. Oh yeah, bye Candix.
I'd probably leave and go north of the town to train up there. But yeah, I have.
Is that where you're gonna go?
I have it's 2 here, but I have a hard cutoff because I'll be. It's my partner's dad's birthday, so we're gonna be up north for dinner.
Are we gonna end it?
Yeah, we'll probably end it at like. It's 2 here, but like we'll probably end it on my end at like. I don't know if I can go to like 4:30 or 4.
What time is it right now? 2?
It's 2. It's open for another 2 hours.
Okay, sounds like a plan. What would we do without a streamer though? We just splash and flail. Yeah, yep. Good point. I got a call Rathe every day around 5. That's what Muddy does. It's Muddy. Muddy's been calling me. Muddy, what the fuck were you thinking? I don't know. I just say things that happen on stream and then it sometimes gets bad. I don't know. 503. I went downstairs. I forgot how this boat works.
You can go upstairs and upstairs.
I did not go upstairs. Went downstairs. Ah, shit. If nothing else, this whole stream has gone along quickly. Yes. The buttons, they don't stop. All right. What is it? We got cherry and bam. Okay. This could get bad tonight here.
It's cherry and lime.
Yeah, it's cherry and lime.
So if it's cherry and lime, then it is weak against apple and raspberry and banana and lemon.
That's a lot. That's a
things.
lot. That's quite the type coverage.
Brick,
Just
yes,
like my
it is
crippling
chocolate.
depression, it keeps going.
75.
That was not a pun, Dreamer.
Oh wow, who can learn this? Clonopin can learn Brick, which is a stab move because Clonopin is raspberry chocolate, so that could be really cool.
Nice. I just like saying it that way. It's like one of those words.
Wesker can learn and Silken Soup Ball. So Q-Pop and... Ooh. I think I'm going to teach it to Popsichu, folks. Yep.
You're gonna teach the Popsichu?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just to change
We're
it up.
both thinking, ha, got him. Rathe reeled us in. Damn straight I did.
I'm getting rid of Orange Wave for it. Keep Orange Shock.
Awesome.
Please hold the CD to the forehead of your Pokemon and then it just looks something.
Learn this.